So we just received, first of all, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. I hope your New Year was as good as mine.
Because it's like ahead of time, right? Yeah.
We're speaking to you from the past. We just got Christmas gifts from Pinkerton, if you're nasty.
Yeah, buddy. Went all out.
It was pretty special. It was metal sporks.
That's right. A full set.
A full set.
Everyone in your family.
I might not be using anything else other than that from now on.
A full spork allotment.
Maybe that's the title of this. I don't know.
And then...
Oh, shit. Where am I going to put it? My silverware slots are awful.
I know.
I'll just replace my forks.
Or spoons.
Jeez. I don't know. What's the
Because, they have like the slots in the silverware thing in the drawer.
Yeah.
Unless you're some kind of animal who just throws them all in.
What if I just gave this to you guys?
Dude, I've seen them. You open a drawer and it's just all silverware.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
What if
that's too hardcore for me.
What if I told you guys the only reason I bought those for you is to trick you into paying me for a new design silverware drawer holder that has a spork spot.
3D printed?
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be the whole gimmick there.
Anyway, and we also got Youngblood figures. Both of us got Bad Rock, which is even wilder.
Different. I didn't know there were multiple different. Yeah, yours is in some kind of spandex.
Yes,
like a Richard Simmons kind of suit.
I think mine's like for issue 1, the suit, like the red and white stripe suit. That dude.
Yours is bendy though.
It is bendy.
Mine is articulated.
It's true.
I think on the packages it says something about great articulation. All I can see that it has movable shoulder joints.
You can't beat the articulation of a bendy guy.
No, you cannot.
It is crazy.
There's more than one set of these toys.
Yes.
Right.
And then McFarlane did a line that I still have over there. McFarlane.
So there's at least 3 different lines of one Youngblood. 3 lines at of least.
So far, and there's one. There's
almost as many lines as there are issues.
Maybe we should do an irregular collectors episode on non-spawn image figures.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Is the pit? Is the pit? No, the pit. That's
so there is a pit figure, and it's actually
Grey Hulk.
It's not an easy one to get because I've looked into it. It was actually a Marvel Legend Build-A-Figure.
Really?
Yep. There was one wave of Marvel Legends that they got Image license, or they cut a deal with Image, and they did one wave of Image characters. They did Darkness, Witchblade.
Oh yes, that's where the darkness comes from.
Yep. And Riptide, not Riptide. I just got Riptide on the fucking bloody brain. Ripclaw.
Yes.
Striker.
Yes.
And I want to say one other one, and then the Build-A-Figure parts built
the pit. Amazing.
Yeah.
The pit was the one with. Is the pit or the Max the one with the little girl?
Max was with the little girl. Pit was with the little boy.
So to speak.
Hey, can I copy your homework?
Theme there.
Yeah, Pit was,
the Max have a cool ass design though.
Yeah, the Max is great.
It's crazy looking.
The Max is still one of my favorite comics of all time. Like
amazing.
If you ever read it, it's really good.
I'm interested in reading it.
That's Sam Keith artwork, man. I remember
It's unique, man.
It is.
It's very different.
I was in high school when it came out, and it was just. I hadn't picked up. A friend picked up. I had at school. I'm like,
it's opposite of Youngblood, which is Life, which is all really the same.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very. The Max is very different. Life, all the same.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I'm down at any point to do Wildstorm, Top Cow. Name a character, and whoever can't name a character first loses. I'm down to Wildstorm, Top Cow.
I'm out from Jump. Is Fathom involved somehow? Is there
Fathom? So Fathom is Top Cow adjacent.
I've shot my shot. That's it. I'm out. I'll just keep score.
Yeah, Fathom. That was like during the just make them hot.
Gen 13.
Gen 13 was
hot.
But yeah, same thing. That was on Wildstorm.
Yep.
Now, how many Gen 13 characters can you name?
Jen. Jen.
Was there one named 13?
No. That's the redhead, the short hair redhead with a white shirt.
So her name was Fairchild.
Yes, Fairchild. That's right.
Rainmaker was the Native American. That's not okay.
Well, I mean,
it was okay.
What was
it's
the
okay
name?
Now. It was okay.
She had tassels on her boots.
Yes. You always have to have the tassels.
What's the name of the Marvel guy that's Native American?
Oh, Warpath, and then
who has the tassels?
Warpath.
There's
Yes,
Warpath,
tassels.
and then there's another one. There's like
Nightwolf has tassels also, which is Mortal Kombat.
I mean, there's a Native American in G.I. Joe.
They're all very much the same character.
Whose name is Spirit.
They are very
Iron Knife.
T-Hawk from Street Fighter also has tassels.
Yes, and they are all the same character. And there's two
They all look the same.
Warpath type characters.
Is there?
Yes, I don't know, but I don't know if it's like Warpath 1 and Warpath 2.
Which one is in the New Mutants? Is that That's just regular Warpath?
I think that's just Warpath. A Thunderhawk?
That's T-Hawk. That's Street Fighter, bro.
There
that
might
is
be.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, but I think there's two.
Yeah, but there's a Marvel
There's
crossover,
like the
so it's
older
canon
one that
now.
was in like the old X-Men books, like the giant size, oversized X-Men book. Like there's one there, and then there's one later on, I think. Oh, and there's a female Native American in X-Men also. But she's like way later after the 90s.
I don't remember that. Who was a cartoon guy that gets really
And
big?
she has tassels also.
Yes.
Dude, they all fucking have tassels.
Did Johnny Depp has tassels in that one movie where he plays the Indian guy?
I don't know the movie of what you're... Are you
Tonto
Yes.
and the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger. That's it. Did he have tassels?
What
You remember that, right?
Yes. What about the dude that's like the great actor that was in Last of the Mohicans? I'll drink your milkshake.
Bro,
That dude.
I haven't thought of that since the fucking 90s.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
There it is.
Yes.
Yes, that
And
guy.
then
Who's the same
there's
character?
Warpath.
And then
Yes,
there's
same
Warpath.
character. That's the X-Force Warpath. That's recent.
That's Warpath is actually Thunderbird's brother. So
all right then. Wasn't there a cartoon guy who was like in the same vein who gets big and small? He says some crazy.
did you just say big and small and vain on the same sentence?
In X-Men?
No, a cartoon.
As a general cartoon?
Yeah, because we're talking about this archetype of character. I think there was one. He says some weird thing and he gets big, but that might be just.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I know it.
But yeah, awesome character.
But yeah, so like, but no, Dave,
came from
who
Rainmaker.
am I thinking of? Who's the dude in Last of the Mohicans? The dude that's like the cobbler. He played Abe Lincoln. He's like,
I haven't seen that movie.
He's like a great fucking actor. Oh,
Daniel Day-Lewis?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Did he have tassels?
If I were a betting man,
That was like he was like the first cultural appropriator,
was he the first though?
the first American cultural appropriator.
Probably. Because there were all kinds of white people playing Asian people back
No.
in the day.
Oh,
yeah.
Not the character. I'm talking about if the fictional character were real.
Oh.
Like the character itself in the whatever.
Yeah.
Pilgrim Days, 1492.
Pilgrim Days.
When Columbus sailed the ocean blue or some shit. What the fuck else? I feel like there was something else I had lined up, but now I can't remember it. But anyway, thank you for the Christmas gift. I actually
welcome.
got you guys a bit of a gag gift this year, but I think that you'll like it. Hopefully, well, we'll see. I don't know.
Either way.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for the story.
So just for clarification, that word.
You know what words you need to clarify?
Clarification. Bobby told us yesterday or this morning, I don't remember, that we were going to do our best of today.
Yesterday. It was yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Because I just remembered this was going to be the first of the year show.
So we've got that to do today.
Yeah.
I have a hard time to find worse in a couple categories.
Oh, I don't.
I don't like because who I don't know. I don't think I give things enough of a chance to find bad ones, like really bad ones.
Fair enough.
Or like they become just forgettable.
Well, some categories I didn't have a lot of problems coming up with those.
Oh,
Yeah.
the worst? Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, if you had a hard time finding the worst TV show, I am going to kick you off this podcast today. That's going to be Joe's last day.
But the thing is, like, it's
He's
like
gonna
the worst. I'm sure the worst thing I've watched is nowhere near the worst thing that's out there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's true.
For sure. So it's up to you guys. Do you want to do that first or do Nerd Weeks first or...
I don't care.
I think you run the show.
don't-
All right, well, let's do Nerd Weeks first then. Chris, you got your coffee first. Joe, how was your Nerd Week? And we have we may have a guest stopping by also at some point, bringing the year right.
Watched a movie randomly, just scrolling. It's called Hunter Killer. Okay, Gerard Butler.
Okay.
2 years ago, I never remember hearing of it, but it's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a military. It's not quite action. There's some action in there, but like just a military movie where Gerard Butler runs a sub for emergency mission, and there was also a ground team. But like Gary Oldman's in it.
Oh yeah.
That's a selling point for you
Wow.
always.
Still kicking.
But I enjoyed it. If you like military kind of like suspense, edge of the seat kind of thing, I recommend it. I didn't. It was better than I expected.
I liked one of those submarine movies.
Is it Crimson Tide?
I can't remember.
Hunt
Is
for
there-
Red
is there-
October.
Those are only two. Right?
is there a
U-boat?
It might have been a
Yes,
U-boat
that's-
one.
that's
U-50
Das Boot, which is the German version.
Das Boot.
But that's U
57.
something like that. You numbered. I think it was a remake of that movie.
Yeah,
So
there was
that-
a
that
lot
was
of
pretty good.
submarine action, and then we don't get that anymore.
Which is odd
Last time we had a
because-
submarine thriller.
Because like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna do a whole movie and it's gonna be in this cylinder in the water, you'd be like, not interested.
Better be a lot of flashbacks.
I saw. What did I see recently that had like a cool like boat battle scene?
Battleship with Rihanna.
No, not at all that.
How did that get made?
But it was like a war movie. It looked like pretty good. It was Tom Hanks in it. They were
On a boat?
Yeah. So these boats were like, I think during World War II, and they were like going alongside. They were like guarding a shipment of something that was trying to get from one side to the other, and it was like they were flanked by these boats, and it was all about these boats attacking each other. And why can I not remember it? You keep talking. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, because that's
It was
kind of wild.
good.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah. No.
But yeah, this the name of the movie is because the class of submarine they're on is called Hunter Killer.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's very generic of a name, so like I don't know. But anyway, I thought the movie was good. I finished. Oh, and it's based on the book, which made sense at the end. Why it's good because
Greyhound.
which is a bus.
Greyhound.
Oh,
Yes.
a racing
or
dog.
A racing dog.
Greyhound is the name of the movie, and it was good.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never saw what that was about, but I saw that Tom Hanks was in it, and it was called Greyhound, and I assumed it was about something to do with being on a bus.
Yeah, it's
so it was a
about-
horribly marketed film.
Yeah, but it was good. I recommend it.
It does. I do enjoy a good Tom Hanks movie, and I'm glad there's still
like,
some submarine action going.
Like Turner and Hooch sequel where the dog is a Greyhound now.
Yep, that's what it is.
I don't like that.
you made a really disgusted face.
Yeah, I don't like that at
You had a
all.
really strong
Yeah,
reaction
Turner
to
and
that.
Hooch is one of those for me. It's like a special little movie.
We'll just leave it alone.
A Greyhound.
The audacity.
What do you have against Greyhounds?
The
It's just not
audacity.
right. It's got to be like a monster dog. You know what I mean? Like
Have you ever seen a Greyhound?
They're pretty big.
They're tall, but
They're
they're like
horrifying.
No.
You know the Boston. You know the Boston
Tea Party?
Dynamics. That one, yeah. Boston Dynamics, the dog they
Yes.
make. Yeah, it's like if that was real. That's what a greyhound.
No, I
they're
forgot
even
what-
bigger than that, though.
I forgot the name of the breed of dog. They are like crazy monstrous looking. It's where this meme comes from with a dog with a really long nose.
Weimaraner.
Yeah, they're
Weimaraner.
fucking crazy looking.
Yeah, they
and
are.
They're
They're always
huge.
dressing them in human clothes. I feel like.
What if Turner and Hooch had that dog? That's a monster.
No,
The
it's
kind of monster?
no. It's got to be something like a Cane Corso or something that's like dangerous, but also super drooly and a lot of jowls.
Like the Cujo dog?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm good.
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
got to be. ugh.
What about?
That's why you get the yeast infection.
Yeah, but it would be like
they had
it
the
would-
same.
It would be like remaking Beethoven with like a Shih Tzu.
So
What about Shiba Inu?
I don't know what that is, but I guess I know where it comes from.
Instead of Beethoven, it would be called Yo Mama. Yo Yoma.
what
Yes.
if it was
Yo mama.
Hang on, I got it, guys. Listen, two great things that go great together: Turner and Airbud.
Oh my god!
Think of the crimes they could solve with it. That
Isn't
dog's
Airbud
skill
super
set.
sad?
No, because there's 28 of them, and he plays every sport, or his children do.
Okay, I thought one of them died or something.
Probably
One of them.
dogs do that. I don't think he died. Oh wait, he died in the film.
I don't know.
Jesus, he'll come back.
I remember
He'll
Krista
come
saying
back.
she always cries when we watch Airbud, but her emotions are weird.
Well, she must have not watched that other movie because apparently
Free Willy?
all dogs go to heaven.
Oh.
No, not what y'all were doing at the time.
You guys remember? I think I talked about this on here, but I think it was Jaina, and she was like just staring off into space or something, if memory serves. And I was like, "What do you got going on? What's going on?" And she was like, "Oh, just you ever see that movie All Dogs Go to Heaven?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw it." And she's like, "Oh, can you imagine just constant all these dogs just constantly wanting to be pet like everywhere you go?" Like she was like.
That's funny. Well, they do have cat cafes. You don't see a lot of dog cafes.
That's true. Dogs are too hard to take care of, man. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, yeah, Nerd Weeks. Yeah, that was
you were talking
that was
about
tangent
a
and a half.
submarine movie.
We're on one today, man. This is like second tangent, 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Watch all the slime. Finish all the slime
Nice.
animes. Just waiting for next season to come out this coming up year, which is good. caught up on Overlord, another anime isekai series. 4 seasons of it. The movie for the 5th season is coming out this year. I'm like catching up perfect time because I haven't watched this in a couple of years because I like to build up, and I'm just now watching them just in time for the new season just announced. And I caught up on all of Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War. It's awful. It's fucking bad.
I bought some of their.
It's not.
Did my mic cut off?
No, you did and it bottomed out the mic.
Okay.
I think I bought some Bleach toilet cleaner today.
Which is better than the show.
Okay,
I'd
fair.
rather watch Bleach the bottle than Bleach the anime.
I'd rather drink bleach than watch any anime. Just kidding.
A nice progression there. Nice. I knew a kid that
It was just too easy. I don't mean that.
I knew a kid that drank bleach to try to pass a piss test.
Really?
Kids are dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you can use bleach to like purify water. In
very
emergency.
small instances.
You have it's a very exact amount,
Not
by the way.
gulps out of the bottle.
It's not just like a splish splash in the bottle.
Right.
It tells you. I think,
I'm gonna eyeball this one.
bruh, of all people, you'd be doing some shit like that.
Say when.
A capful.
Say when.
A capful here. Take this capful.
Yeah.
But it can. But yeah. I mean, it looks good. The animation's good. It's high production value. It's good to watch. I watched it because Krista wanted to watch it because she watched all of the original run. This is like a fall. Well, not, it's continuation.
Okay.
It ended, but like they're continuing with it now.
Okay.
But I used to read the manga all the way to like for years. It's another one of those that I read for years that I end up hating. But this one's not like Naruto. Naruto was good all the way to the end. And then the last arc just fucking killed it for me.
It's hard to close.
But Bleach, however, I don't know how many seasons. So let's say there was 10 years of it. The first year was fucking great. Fucking great. Second year was, it's still good. And then it fucking stopped being good 3 years in. And I read from year 3 to 7. Hoping for it to be good again, and it's just that resentment building. So by the time I threw it down, I fucking hated it. But like, it's almost to the point where I start reading. So when the next season comes out this year, I will be watching shit I haven't read. But it's bad. It's just bad writing. There are good parts. You know how sometimes you can say there are good parts and things, and they make it worthwhile, or like they're notable good parts. Not this. There's like 5 minutes of good parts for every fucking 4 hours of trash.
Ugh. I hate that for you.
Plot wise.
I hate that for you.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fine. I was doing other shit. And also, like, the action and stuff looks good. It's animated really well.
Yeah.
So
They got a firm grip on that.
so yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah. But like, I know it's bad. Like, I think it's bad, and I think people who likes it are bad.
Just bad
There's
humans.
a lot of Bleach
or
fans.
have bad
You
taste.
have bad taste, man. Like I always say I partake in things that I know aren't great, but I know they aren't great. I just enjoy it.
Right.
But there are people who can't distinguish the difference of
if you like Polish slasher movies, it's okay. You know,
Oh, you remember that one?
I'll never forget. Joe,
the conference.
I will never forget that as long as I live. If you like Polish slasher movies, it's okay.
Watch the conference.
Oh man.
I don't regret it. It was a fine movie. But there are people who can't distinguish between what they like and what's good. They if they like something, they automatically want to say that. Truck collectors, for example.
I like Mortal Kombat 2. It's
What's
not
up to
good.
my chug thugs out there?
The movie?
I like Mortal Kombat 2.
The movie?
Yes.
Annihilation?
Yes, and it's not good.
You like it though?
I do. Like, I enjoy it.
I don't ever want to hear you say shit about what I watch. And
I was just co-signing your point of
yes,
like
I'm
being,
just saying.
Yeah,
But
I don't. But I'll never say it's good.
right.
You know, I just enjoy it. I think I enjoy the fight scenes. I enjoy seeing the characters sort of shuffle about.
You
Yeah.
enjoy, you enjoy the music too, right? The music's a big part.
I feel the same way about the music. Like, I know it's not good music, but I quite enjoy it. I feel the same way about like some.
I feel like about a lot of music, right?
a lot of the rap music that I listen to these days. I'm like, I know this isn't good, but I'm liking it. It's a good little.
I like the noises they make.
I mean, that's music though. Is that-
Turn your click up, dog.
It's just different noises.
But I mean, because we like us meeting was through the Transformers community, and like I always found it to be weird where people like something and then they say it's good, like all the old chugs or like
Right.
they're bad.
Right.
It's okay to like things that are bad.
Yeah.
Or
And
like favorites.
And they have this other thing that they confuse with because they bought it, they think it's good. That's their other problem. They really have a hard time stepping over.
Oh yes.
And I don't know what it is about me, but like I think that's my golden goose is that like I can spend $300 on something and just feel completely unsatisfied with it.
No doubt.
I mean, you have.
I mean, yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Whereas like most people, if they drop $100 on something, they'll forgive it until you know what I mean? Because it's their money, and I mean, I feel the same way. I wish I hadn't spent.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a regret.
Yeah.
Or a $6 bad rock figure is amazing.
Yeah.
That's right.
For a different
That's
way. But there's also favorites. Like people ask what people's favorite things are, and I would say what my favorite thing is, and it's like, oh, that's not the best. I'm like, I didn't say that was the best.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
my favorite fucking fighter planes, the F-14. It's really old and dated. It's nowhere near as good as what we got now, but it's my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know what's the best now, but I like the A-10. That
You're like,
that motherfucker.
It's like DACA.
The A-10 has a very specific use. It is a badass plane.
Fuck everything under me.
It's just
right
a
now-
murder machine.
Everything on the ground, fuck you.
If you want to see some crazy videos, look up F-22 turn. That motherfucker can be going, I don't know how fast, and literally like on a dime turn.
It can also go straight up.
And it makes this like crazy like bubble of air around it. I don't even know how to explain it. And then it takes off like going 45 degrees.
But
You know what's crazy? Like, let me ask you this. When's the last time we had air-to-air warfare?
World War II. Oh, Gulf War? Gulf War?
No, it's Vietnam. Well, no, there's probably some in the Gulf.
There was no
wasn't
air-to-air in
there was no
Vietnam. There's
air-to-air.
ground-to-air.
Well,
air-to-ground.
yeah,
Air to ground for sure.
Yeah.
What about the women and children? Oh, you just trace them along.
I don't know how much there was.
It's a great scene though.
I don't know how much there was during either Gulf War, to be honest.
Yeah, a Korean War. Was there air in Korean War? I don't know, but like, when's that? What do you think the over under is on getting back to that shit? You know what I mean? Let's turn up on these whores.
No, it's just drones now. It's
Well, I mean, a lot of the reason is drones are. A lot of the reason that there would be air-to-air to combat is someone was coming in to do air-to-ground combat.
Yes, and you
cut them off.
Which the A-10 is not good at it. That's where you fuck the A-10 up with an actual air.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the A-10, as cool as it is, it cannot.
No, it's
not
get
an
out of the
agile
way.
machine.
No, it's just there to
It's a fucking tank in the air.
Yes.
yeah.
It's the closest
Just
thing
shoot
to a tank.
straight down and forward. That's it.
Yeah. What? Why?
Shot great.
That's how I operate.
Why did those Sky Strikers ever have a challenge from those Rattlers? Right? It doesn't.
It's why.
Red lasers. Blue lasers.
What's your favorite chess piece?
I mean, I'm good with like double D's. Oh, you said chess.
Yeah.
I like chess pie.
Oh, that sounds gross.
No, it's fantastic. But
I like the broke castle.
So that's mine also.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it has to.
I like the horse just because it does the L.
The L move.
But like it's you know what it's just like it's simple. It's just
Forward, sideways.
But it's always straight. I
also like that it has a special move that nobody has. It can switch places and protect the king.
Yeah,
At the beginning,
yeah. Castling.
You're castling.
But it's
It
like
sounds like it would be something else. I'm just being. I don't know what, but I'm sure people can use ladders and.
anyway. I just was thinking like as we mentioned these like jets and shit. I'm like, man, like it's been a long time since we've had like dog fights and stuff, and like like couldn't we go for a bit of that?
They might be overseas doing that shit, but not here.
No, I mean, if two planes get within certain parameters, it's on the fucking. Well, a lot of it's on the news. So like,
and also like
around borders and
our
stuff.
missiles are so good. It's not really dogfight. It's not Top Gun anymore. Like you see a plane with your plane from far away, and you shoot missiles at each other.
Have you guys seen the new?
I don't think you chase each other with guns anymore.
But maybe you know.
Have you seen the
even
new
make-
Top Gun movie?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I think just if you forget how stupid the story is, there's some really fucking good dogfighting.
But they don't. Actually, I think that's an old art form that's kind of obsolete. Do they even have machine guns on fucking planes anymore? Do they have guns?
A-10.
That's a. I don't know if many A-10s are even in the air
Because
anymore.
aren't planes faster than bullets nowadays or some shit like
Oh
that?
yeah, I don't know.
Let's look it up. F-22 armament.
Damn.
But like back in it was a thing. Like remember, the engineering's great. I don't know how we got on this tangent, but like I always found it fucking impressive. Remember the old propeller planes?
Yeah.
Right, and they have the machine guns, and the machine guns are behind the propeller, and they time the machine gun firing so that it always shoots between the propellers, so you never shoot yourself down. I mean that's them thinking.
I guess
That's impressive, man. To have to time your bullets to the fucking propeller.
I mean, I'm sure it just sat over.
No. The propellers are big, and the guns were like there.
Yes,
and, like,
they still have guns.
and like you shoot through your own propeller. I'm pretty sure that
That can't be true.
I gotta look that up.
That can't be. I can't imagine.
I think they time.
These are like all guys off the street, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're sign up and be a hero. It's like, it's either this or
the flyers and the drivers might be off the streets like Han, which he was, but the engineers, Han didn't build the fucking Millennium Falcon. He just flew it.
So it just always worked. Like, that's impossible.
I'm going to look at it real quick. I have to take a machine gun propeller.
You're right about that. I've heard that before.
How World War I fighter planes fire through the propellers.
Holy shit.
Machine guns are mounted on top of the fuselage directly in front of the pilot, but that position placed the gun directly behind the propeller. See?
Wow.
I'm not crazy. I'm not fucking crazy.
No, I'll give it to you.
That's impressive, right?
That's impressive.
All right. I don't know. We got it. But also, I don't know why. That's how cool F-22 is, which I agree with, which is also Starscream in Transformers.
Yes.
Yeah.
To bring
The
that back.
Raptor.
Yes, the Raptor. It confuses me of why didn't we spend a shit ton of money building a new plane that didn't work for years?
Yeah, and they basically
35s?
scrapped it. The F-35.
How many money did we?
How many monies? All of them.
We spent a lot of money that could
All
be
of
used
our
for something
money.
else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm against having good equipment, but we had really good equipment.
Yeah.
It's just like why I didn't replace my witch blade statue, because you said you don't need to replace it. It's good. The one you have is good enough.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it's that about the F-22.
Yeah, that probably. Can anything fuck with the
You
plane?
should tell your congressman how you feel.
You should.
Who's my congressman?
I don't know. He
don't
emails,
know.
Who's all congressmen?
he emails me.
I don't know.
I asked him
I thought that would be great to just walk around like with a camera. It's like, hey, can you tell me who your congressman is?
Is it David Trone?
I have no idea.
I see his ads. He seems like a nice enough guy.
I don't
through the
think
ads.
so. I bet you there's somebody walking up right now that can answer these questions.
David Trone likes.
What do you think? You think this guy knows?
Oh,
I
look
bet
who
you he knows.
it is. Look who it is. Hey,
What's up? What's up?
make sure I didn't do a thorough clean. Make sure all my racist propaganda shit is up off the floor.
I'm used to it.
And
I bullshitted long enough.
I got a lot of Christmas.
I
got a lot of Christmas shit going on. Not all white people's houses are dirty.
Is that the topic we're talking about?
No.
I got a list.
talking all kinds of random
Actually,
shit today.
what we were just talking about is, can you name who your state senator and congressman are? Because I have no clue.
I think it's David Trone. It's one of them. I don't know what he is, but I see him in ads a lot.
I saw him in ads a lot too, but then they talk about Hagerstown, so I don't know.
That's Maryland. Hello.
Bro, but it's not as small of a state as you think. It's divided up.
What's Kirk Smoke doing? Is he?
Who?
Or
Kirk Smoke?
Pop Smoke, he died.
Pop Smoke.
He died. He
Sorry,
passed.
first of all, we speak about him with respect
Wait,
here.
are they in districts? Aren't congressmen for the whole state? Just
So we got
multiple?
representatives, right?
Yeah.
So we got
We sound like real ignorant right now.
we probably, this is a worldwide podcast, but Maryland's representatives are David Trone,
Yes, I know. See, I knew
Okay, well, you
one.
named
I
one of
fucking
them.
knew one.
Jamie Raskin. That's the one that sends me emails.
I don't know that one.
Andy Harris, Glenn Ivey.
I know Glenn Ivey.
I bet you do.
Dude, is a picture of him up? That's why.
One of these is not like the other.
Oh my god.
Steny Hoyer.
I voted for Glenn Ivey.
I bet. I may have. I have no idea. Sometimes I'm like,
They're all the same, man.
Dutch Rupersberger. I wouldn't have voted for
heard
him
that
based
name.
on his name. John Sarbanes and
That's a lot.
Kwesi.
Kwesi Mfume?
Yes.
That sounds,
He knows him. He
that
knows.
sounds so much better coming
It does. It does.
out of your mouth.
Queasy.
Easy.
He's one of the seven dwarves.
He's the eighth lost
His
dwarf.
name is Q.
I was gonna say
Evan has joined us, by the way.
Evan has joined us.
you guys
Welcome.
doing?
Welcome.
Are the Mfumes? Are you familiar with the Mfumes? They're a local family.
Yes.
Like they have ties to BET. They used to back in the day. Like because I used to know Mike Mfume.
We all got ties to BET. What are you talking about?
We can't say that. You can't.
I can't let now the cat's out the bag.
Duh. But a name.
Yeah, but anyway, it's but he was like the creative director up there, I think, for a while.
I had a connection with him. I can't remember what it was, but literally we like family ties.
Yeah, 'cause he's from,
You saw him in a cookout?
and
Yeah.
I think Mfume's from Colombia.
He's in the group chat.
We wouldn't know anything about that.
Anyway,
Hey, Unc, your name just came up.
also, we were talking. When's the last time that the world has seen air to air like dog fighting warfare?
Dog fighting warfare.
plane to plane.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Tip
thought
to
you
tip.
meant Michael Vick type stuff. I was like, why'd you wait for me to come?
We were talking about Greyhounds earlier.
Launch them in the air.
You saw how confused I was when you asked. I said, why would I know this? Wasn't that like World War II or something
That's
like
what
that?
I said.
Yeah, so I was trying to. Was there dogfighting in Korean War? That's the only thing I couldn't say for sure. But like,
I'm getting to it.
You just said
I'm getting to it.
You said that's dog eating. That's not that.
I was nothing.
Anyway,
I'm glad it's not just two bald-headed white dudes in here right now.
it's a very multiracial, multi-ethnic cast. But how do you feel about bringing it back?
Dogfighting?
Yeah,
The air kind, not the Michael Vick kind.
no.
That's why, because we got drones now, so people.
That's what I
sign up
said.
for
That's
it.
what he said. But let's
With long range
Well,
missiles.
hey, I don't know why
On
we're
missiles.
being so obtuse to this. There is a war going on right now between Ukraine
I don't think
and
there's a
Russia.
plane to air to air.
and then there's two wars going on right now.
Yeah,
That's true.
There's also a war going on outside that you can't escape from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took, walking with your head down, scared to look. You know, like
Not,
waiting on it.
not
You
in
were waiting.
Frederick. There's nothing going on in Frederick, man. I don't know what the streets are.
they just had a fucking they just had a fucking cop kill the other day in Frederick.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, after Jay-Z showed up, see what happened? Not Jay-Z, fucking Kanye.
Oh, look at that. just just interchangeable, huh?
It's because I'm looking at you and you're always on that Jay-Z shit.
Well, I like Kanye too, to be fair.
You
So-
poke Jay-Z more.
That's true.
I don't talk about-
He's the better person to quote
That's true.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Kanye had some crazy ones recently.
for deep thoughts.
What-
Yeah.
Dude, he just said some
what?
crazy
Deep
shit.
what?
Deep thoughts.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Did he have an hour rent last week?
I don't know. Maybe.
So let's put a bow on this dogfighting thing.
Yes.
The Russian-Ukrainian war in 22 became the first conflict in 2 decades to feature large-scale aerial warfare, including dogfights. Despite this, dogfights still remain rare, with most aircraft losses being due to the
Ground
use
to air,
of
right?
S-300 surface-to-air missile systems, guided missiles, and other such.
Yeah.
weapons.
So it's all about the fucking long range shit nowadays.
So you're
Yeah,
saying
with
like do the West Side Story thing and in the air, just boom. That's it.
Boys, crazy boys. Be cool, boy. Anyway, what else do you have on your list?
That was it.
That was it?
That was a
Oh.
wild ass tangent. Did you know that they used to shoot machine guns through the propellers? He thought I was crazy. I
didn't.
have to pull it up.
They use machine.
The old planes with the propellers, right? You have
Yeah.
propellers in front of you, and the machine guns are behind the propeller. You have to shoot through your own propeller.
No shit.
Yeah.
But they timed it so that you never shoot yourself.
That's horrifying.
But doesn't it matter when you start?
There's got to be a delay.
Well, yeah, it's
I guess it's got to be on a clock or
think-
something.
I think it's always timed
I bet
somehow.
they put it on an on-off switch that's already wired. Even back
You think
then.
Michael
And they
J.
were-
Fox would have made a good pilot?
Who?
It would have been a Rocky a gunner.
I asked for his bobblehead pop for Christmas to go with my Muhammad Ali, but they're getting harder and harder to find. I'm gonna have to go back,
Can't hold him down?
or maybe the future. I don't know. Either way,
Back to the future.
Evan as a guest. You done? So we're starting off a new year. Last year you were trying to be out once a month.
Yeah.
What happened last time?
This is the first episode for 2024.
Oh, sweet. I'm already on track.
You're on track.
Weren't you supposed to be here like a couple weeks ago?
I was. Something happened.
What happened? Yeah,
I
can't
remember that.
either.
I don't remember what happened. Yeah, it was weird.
Did you text me about it?
I did.
Okay. Maybe
were you in Alabama then? Because you were in
I was in
Alabama.
Alabama about 3 weeks ago.
Because you posted on your IG story. I want to say it was a Piggly Wiggly and a
Piggly
Waffle
Wiggly.
House in the same parking lot.
Piggly Wiggly, a Waffle House, and I was a Winn-Dixie somewhere too.
Oh
Bro,
shit! I
when
went
this-
Dixie. I haven't
yeah.
heard that in a
Yeah,
while.
there's still
That's
some in the
peak South right there.
Oh, it was.
Did you get a chance to hit up that barbecue spot I mentioned to you,
I
Dreamland?
did, because we talked about it in class. And
Okay.
the lady told me about it, and I said, "What time are we getting out of here?" Because I didn't want to go too many places like after dark. But so
It was November 9th, and you were volunteering at the school.
and that's where I'm coming from today.
Such a
Look out.
person of the community.
And they
Man.
were. I would have been here earlier, but they were giving awards today.
Oh, did you get one?
No, not me. I just came. I was there to show
Volunteer
support
of the
for
year?
Yeah, I got one of those.
I bet
Actually,
you did.
you laugh. I have one.
I bet you did.
Got it in my car right now.
So you're starting off pretty strong. What's your goal this year? Last year was once a month. We failed. You tried.
I mean, it was decent, right?
Yeah, it was better than 2022. What's the goal for this year?
As far as for the show,
quarterly.
I was gonna say,
That's worse, I think.
bi-quarterly.
I think that's just
By
twice
month.
a year.
Is it?
I mean, Okay, I'm fine with.
Is it bi-monthly? Once every 2 months?
Yeah, bi-monthly.
I never understand. I always get confused about when to buy a mattress because it's a semi-annual and there's
Yeah, so bi-monthly. Okay.
So if this is for January,
there's a good chance you'll be back in February. Just playing.
there's a great chance I'll be back in February.
Yeah.
Every week.
That would
make
take
it up.
care of
that would spread it
I
out.
front load my work, and then
That's right.
Weird.
Then be back in June.
Yeah, of course.
I think I could do bi-monthly. The funny thing is my schedule frees up a lot next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, I went away a lot for work this year, and so that was a large chunk of my workload or my life this year. I think I went away for about 4 or 5 times for work related stuff.
Really?
For a week at a time.
I didn't know that.
I don't advertise it.
Yeah. Just part of your little special teams.
Just it.
He just gets caught at Piggly Wiggly. So.
That's it. Just Piggly Wigglies and random Waffle Houses.
Well, I heard there are some occupations where the success of the employee is based on the amount of outfits they've acquired.
There's some like that. Yeah. I'm familiar.
Like Fortnite?
Yeah.
I got a lot of skins.
Got a lot of skin.
That's fair.
So, how's your nerd couple weeks, months been?
It's been great, man. I can't complain. My nerd habits have diverted a bit. I think I talked about it last time I was here. I collect plants now. So I'm big into plants.
Yeah, my wife has.
I'm huge into plants. So I'm hunting down a couple rare ones.
You get the boob cactus?
I saw it. I did not get it.
What's your
They
like
look like
grail?
tits, man.
They do look like tits, which
Yeah,
is
I see
crazy.
that.
Nature is wild, isn't it?
It's fucking.
What'd you say, Mom?
She, I mean, I'm not interested in plants myself. I'm always interested when she tells me stuff, and there's some wild shit.
There's some it gets expensive.
It does.
I can only imagine.
Yeah,
That's-
there's one that I
that's
looked
where
at last night.
and it goes.
I had to close my phone. It was like, I think the best one I found was like $1,500.
Oh my god, that's wild.
So I'm not there yet.
I
But
thought the
Can you
boob cactus
make-
at 90 was expensive already.
now, I paid a couple $100 for a plant or two.
And then you got to keep it. You got to keep it alive and shit.
That's it. They're like kids.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're all different.
And he has
all different.
And he has a little greenhouse.
I do. I have a greenhouse and I have a plant room now too, which is good.
You might want to stop by my house after this to look at our plants.
I would love to.
Interesting.
I'm gonna tell Krista. She doesn't have enough plant people to talk to. I feel like I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna
You
break
hear
that.
Bobby recorded that one episode of Nerd Rage and jumped off the roof and ended his life.
No, my collection has grown. So the plants, I do Legos now too. Which yeah, because my son's into it. So that's kind of a thing that I picked up to kind of connect with him on
That's
that.
cool.
Zach?
Yeah, Zach, that one.
So he's still kicking around,
Yeah,
is
he's
he?
still there. I haven't been faced with a tough choice yet.
There's a lot of the Zach conversation that made the best of episode for last week. Just so you know.
Nice. It's good though. The last Lego thing I put together was like the Pac-Man set. It was like a little arcade cabinet.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but other than that, my nerd stuff, just trying to keep up with certain shows, but there's a lot of shit that just falls by the wayside. A lot of Marvel shit falls by the wayside.
Same.
Yeah.
I tried to keep up with stuff, but it just gets convoluted.
What's notable that you
I watched Loki.
did you like? I liked it a lot.
I did like it.
Okay.
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Same.
I
Well,
was
we
very
do
hesitant.
have a conversation around these topics coming up.
That's
also.
true.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
true.
Yeah, it's top. It's top. It's best and worst.
Yeah, I
so.
sent you the.
Yeah, I got the list. I've got my list already.
Cool.
His his list is probably better than ours.
Yes, for sure.
My list is great. This is great. It's and video games here and there. Spider-Man just Spider-Man 2.
Oh, the Miles Morales one.
Yes, of course. And so we finished playing that. I still have to finish half the game because it lets you switch between Miles and Peter, and I only played the Miles part.
You need to phone a friend. To
Yeah, I need
finish that
somebody.
up.
I need co-op.
You purposely
I'll
are
get
putting
somebody over.
Peter in peril so that Miles can rise up and take the mantle
Every
for
chance
real.
I get, I have him jump off the Empire State Building. It's like press X. I was like, no, we're gonna see how this turns out.
That's funny.
So
That's
it's
fantastic.
reparations in
Video game
form. But yeah, otherwise, man, it's been great. Family time, trying to plan it next year as far as where we're going. You know,
As a family or separate?
I'm taking my solo trip in early February. Then we're going to take our family trip, and then we're going to take a couple trip right around our anniversary.
I heard about the solo trip. I had a soft invite.
You should have. I almost said comes, but go ahead. Yeah.
But it was but I just can't. I'll be a mess. You don't want me there.
And we've talked about this.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I almost backed out of it myself because a couple key players weren't going, and there was one in particular that was going that was new, and I just But a good friend of mine advised, like, just go. If nothing else, you'll know that you can't travel with that individual anymore.
Right.
Said, that's good.
Right.
I said, but I got a feeling that something's going to happen. Like, because he's one of the guys who needs to be punched in the mouth. And
somebody might do it.
Somebody might do it. Based on who's going, somebody might do it.
You get to watch it.
Well,
it's good to see it.
Yeah, I just it's funny because that conversation of like the whole topic is interesting. Like, of can I go on I could definitely go on a vacation without my kids. I learned that when I went to LA. I had a fucking blast out the motherfuckers. Like, nice. I'm looking forward to leaving them somewhere else.
Preach.
Which I've been against, and not because I didn't think I'd have a great time. I knew I'd have a great time, but I just didn't want to feel guilty about it. You know,
man, fuck them kids.
Yeah, man.
You just get you take them on a trip. Then your strategy's fantastic. But I had different trips.
They ended up going to the beach with my mother-in-law, so it was perfect.
They had a better time than going to wherever you went.
Hiking to the top of the fucking Hollywood mountain. That would have been just a bitch fest for fucking 4. It was awful, almost that with me. But going somewhere for like a week without my wife, I think I'd be a wreck.
You know, I hear you, because having gone away for a week several times this year without anybody, I hated it. I was there for productivity. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I was still missing. If nothing else, I missed my wife. Right? Yeah. And so this time that we're going to Colombia, I'm only going for like 3 days, maybe 4, because I don't like. That's probably the max I can do and actually enjoy myself without it feeling like a chore after that. So 3, maybe 4 days, like Friday through Sunday, maybe I'll stay.
That's so short.
Y'all's lives are so much different than mine.
Mine too.
Because I mean,
I go somewhere. It's got to be at least 2 weeks.
January, I'm gone I'm gone one whole ass week. Like, I leave Monday at the crack and don't get back till Friday past sundown, and then I got another. At least one more trip, and I might have another week to go to Texas. So, I mean, and it's just something me and Kelly have gotten used to. Like, when the pandemic hit, like, I was like, we're going to fucking kill each other.
So you're going to Colombia?
Yeah.
You can go down.
To the Cheesecake Factory?
You're going to go down to the lakefront?
Yep.
Hold on. Colombia.
Colombia. I didn't say it right. Colombia.
As a Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. The Cheesecake Factory.
AMC, all that good stuff, you know.
It's a flick.
Bunch of guys. We're going to stay at the Sheraton.
Take a picture in front of the tree, the one tree, like the metal tree or whatever. You know, it's a lot of cocaine down there.
There is.
You better keep your nose clean, as
I'm
they say.
trying to take off for like the month and see what happens.
Throw the dice.
Right?
And you never were like a drug kid, were you?
No.
Yeah, dude, now's the time, man.
I'm saying
it's never too late to start.
Better late than never.
You know what?
You only live once.
You can't quit till you try it.
That's what I say about cigarettes. Like, it's never too late to start.
Get some life experience under your belt.
Yeah.
It's got to be pure down there, too. So.
Yeah, maybe. You know, purer than it hasn't been stepped on as many times as it's been stepped on here.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. If I was going to do it, it would be there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Of course not. Officer.
I'm not going to do
it. Anything else of note?
No, man.
All right. Well, happy to have you here. It's always good to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
I actually have plenty to talk to you about off mic.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Wait,
I look forward to it.
What Mike do?
Mike's fucking up sometimes.
There's a Magic Mike sequel I just found out today.
I think 3 or 4 of those damn movies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think Salma Hayek's in the latest one.
Oh, well. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll see it.
Yeah, hey now.
There you go.
Christopher.
Continue watching Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Continues to be a fantastic show.
Nice.
Oh my God, it is so good. Triangle earrings. Just because I wrote it down. Prophet of the Faceless. Yeah. Newfound religious realities, guys. Keep that in mind today during your thoughts. I had a thought. So we talked a lot about Uncanny Valley, right?
Yes.
And the way our mind feels when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
What if the reason we have that thought is because at a point in history, Homo sapiens and Homo erectus were here at the same. I thought we were past this.
You thought wrong.
If you had just said the word instead of having that break in the brain,
because I wanted to make sure that I said it right. We as Homo sapiens, is that better?
I'm more of a Homo erectus myself.
That's also fair. Is that
Give me some Blue Chew and I will be awesome.
Lord have. But I wonder if that tick in our brain is because that looks like us, but it's not us.
It's got to be, right? Because everything we have, like, instinctually has a reason. Like, we instinctually don't like spiders and snakes because historically they're bad for you.
Right.
So, assuming there was something that looked a lot like us, but not quite us in the past.
Maybe that's why Tom Hanks in Polar Express, maybe he's a Homo erectus, and that's why it throws a red flag.
Maybe.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Yo.
Hey, Joey, sorry. Did you hear about the guy that got busted selling e-cigs to minors?
No.
He got charged with statutory vape.
Wait, is that okay? Can we laugh at that? I don't know if we can laugh at it anymore.
You almost couldn't get it out.
I'll put a trigger warning at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I went and saw Wonka.
Oh, how was it? I didn't even know
really?
it came out too. I keep not realizing things came
I
out.
would have rather you said you went and saw Waka Flocka.
Are they still around?
I'll never forget my buddy
Here
Troy.
come that bullshit.
During the year of like the Waka Flocka's flight
2010.
height. My buddy Troy, who lived at Baltimore and Hilton, was like, he's like, man, I don't know what's going on out here, but anytime I walk past one porch and it's got more than 3 people on it, one of them's always bouncing back and forth talking about Waka Flocka.
So I think I probably would have rather gone and seen Waka Flocka.
Really?
Wow.
I'm gonna get into it.
Wait, this is a prequel, right?
Right,
Yeah.
but first, where Waka Flocka shouts out, it's Clayco,
Okay.
where my wife's from.
Okay.
Yeah, Clayton County.
Nice.
So, this was, it's probably the most disappointed I've been in a movie.
Wow.
Did you see the Marvels?
No.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Makes sense.
So, just kind of how I think we were talking about earlier. It's not good, and people like it still. Like Phil thought it was great,
Phil thinks a lot of
but
things are
Phil
great.
likes musicals. And although in my mind I knew this was going to have songs in it,
And Willy Wonka's a
it
musical.
fucking
Yeah, it is.
just goes right at songs. I wrote down notes on this.
Okay,
because
let's hear
there's
it.
so many things that caught me off. Who was the target audience for this? Tell me who it is. Because it should be me. I think it should be me, a 40-year-old movie. So there were children in there that were very upset because their iPads stopped working. I know that. I'm sure Bobby would have loved that. But right next to us was a couple with 2 young kids that ended up playing on phones that were way too bright the whole time. So they weren't paying attention.
So I would say
30 plus.
I would say based on the rollout, it's intended to be a family movie. So kids and adults that are familiar with the previous film.
I guess. But it didn't hold their attention. I'm going to tell you some plot points that I thought was ridiculous.
All right, let's hear
For
it.
some reason,
Oh, Willy Wonka's.
Willy Wonka is illiterate. I don't know what point that serves. There's this whole-
Representation.
of the illiterate. Maybe.
Let that fucking laugh out. It's in there. It wants to come out.
My God.
Representation matters.
So there's another convoluted part I'm not going to explain. He ends up spending a lot of time with this I'd say like preteen girl that's also in this same situation he's in, and she teaches him how to read by just like showing him letters and stuff.
That's how
He
it
was
works.
too busy learning about chocolate to learn how to read.
Was he illiterate in the first one?
No.
He wasn't.
He
Okay.
was writing.
At the end, he's
Okay,
writing
contracts.
in the halfway
That's right.
room at the end.
Forgot.
And there's a lot of little nods in there. Like basically he gets totally burned because of the fine print on a contract, which is part of the story.
Yeah, the
He puts
history.
all the
of
fine
it.
print.
There's a
in his
lot of
contract.
little things that play into it, but I don't know, man. It wasn't what I wanted it to be at the end of the day.
How was the songs?
No, I can't tell you what any of them are,
Damn.
other than the obvious.
Did they sing the Oompa Loompa thing?
I will say that they kind of played a little bit. Yeah, they did play it because Pierce Brosnan plays the
50
Oompa Loompa. Just one in here.
Again? Just the one?
they didn't
Last
get
time
a-
they had just the one, too.
They didn't get a little person?
Nah.
Why?
I don't
Last
know.
time they got one little person.
They were short
to
staffed.
play a lot of. fuck? Come on! Come on! I thought you were better than this.
No, I'm not.
Oh boy. So,
Of all people.
but you know what's that mean? That might be worse. That might be
At
worse.
this table, I would think something like that would come out of Bobby's mouth.
He was gonna say it.
Yeah, I wasn't fast enough. I'll tell you, here's like what I find interesting, right? Is like, look, all right, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, okay? I don't mean any harm. Know my heart, not
First episode of New Year.
know my
Let's
heart,
go.
know my heart, not my words. It's not like there's a long list of characters that little folks can kind of portray.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? But now you have characters that are beloved
Ideally.
and are, you know, and are made or are ideally for that lot, you know, and now you're gonna take that fucking opportunity
Well, let
away
me
from
ask
them.
you.
Well,
Do you
hang on a
think-
sec. Why was it not Scarlett Johansson?
Fair.
I mean, I would have watched it.
Yeah, I would have watched it.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, I've not liked it, but I'll watch it.
You think they would have found that role demeaning at all? And I'm not. That's legit. Like because
No, it's like I don't think like if your show calls for someone who's an
bald.
amputee or a bald
true.
finds an amputee or a bald guy.
Prophet of the Faceless.
Yeah.
Also,
I'd be pissed if it was a bald character and all these hair having motherfuckers start showing up.
No, but you see that sometimes. Like, was it with Mysterio, the Spider-Man movie? There was one guy who was like a scientist who's like has like the Picard going, but it's obviously fake. Like they shaved the top of his head. I'm like, that
bullshit.
guy has hair.
That's bullshit.
They just shaved the top of his head.
I'll be
He's a
honest
liar.
with you. This is why I don't get too in the woods on like the Halloween costume. Like what's okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't like motherfuckers portraying bald people running around here that have hair. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't like that shit because I don't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like
My skin's not cosplay, bro.
It's not, my
my skin's not a costume.
yeah
Yes.
yeah. That's why I'm on board with this.
I'm surprised of this though. No one said. I didn't hear anything about it because remember when like they were having straight people play gay characters or some shit back in
Same
the
with disabilities too.
the last few years.
Yeah.
You put Drake in a wheelchair and all of a sudden, you know.
Well, you can't have some of them motherfuckers show up for the job. You know. Like,
I mean, this is
what are we doing?
So I'm just surprised.
I need to follow directions
in here.
This is going to be a Patreon episode.
This is
We're making his own Patreon going forward.
2024, we're starting strong.
Yeah, listen.
But I'm surprised there was no hoo-ha about this shit.
Goddamn circus. In here.
Hoo-ha.
Yeah,
You got all these. Tell that motherfucker stop.
the character calls for him being on the spectrum, not the spectrum itself.
All right.
Jeez.
So,
Wonka, yes.
yeah, so yeah, I was disappointed in it. You know, Phil and I were talking about it, and he enjoyed it.
Is it
but he
actually a
likes
book at all?
musicals.
Do you know?
I don't even know if there is a book. For
Oh,
this.
okay.
It is part of like Dolls. They put a logo up. I guess there's some trust that manages his properties now, but there was a logo for that at the beginning. So I'm like, well, that's cool that
Yeah.
you know his kids get a nickel or grandkids or whoever.
Right,
That was
right.
a long time ago. I want to go see Iron Claw. What's
that?
The wrestling one, yeah.
Yeah, the movie
About
about
Von Erichs.
Von Erichs.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to do a solo dolo on that one because wifey's like, nope,
What?
I'm not gonna do
You
it.
tell us Zac Efron's in it?
Is it like
yeah.
a tragic?
Oh, it's all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what story.
Yeah, I
they
might be
tell.
interested.
What story in wrestling
you're looking-
isn't
if you're looking for company.
tragic?
Oh yeah,
true.
I love that.
What story in wrestling isn't tragic? That's
That's why. That's why I assumed.
Yeah, it's a strategy. Yeah.
You know, like,
Well, and I can give you some homework
Chris
before.
Benoit one's not that bad.
Shut up. Have you seen Dark Side of the Ring? Because that's what I'm about to reference. There's a Von Erichs episode of that tells would be great for. I don't mean this offensively, but you're ignorant ass to watch,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you'd be
yeah.
up to speed. And I gotta say, ignorant ass.
it
to
works
you.
both ways.
Yeah, maybe. All right, cool.
I am ignorant of the information. I'm also ignorant.
Zac Efron did a body transformation. He looks
Holy
very
shit.
different.
Like his, yeah, he had,
looks like Jet Black a
He
little
had
bit.
to be on the gas, man. Like his shape of his face changed.
Well, Efron?
Yeah,
I think he did the same thing with like Baywatch too. He got huge.
jacked.
bro, he's like.
He's definitely on juice, but he also has plastic surgery in his face, so that's why he looks
Well,
different.
maybe so. I don't know. It's almost like he's got this like huge, like heroic jawline now.
That's called roids. Roids. do
That's
that
what.
to
That's
you.
what I
Yeah,
just said.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I said. Yeah, I think.
Damn, heroic jawline, huh? Like, god damn.
And I'm definitely.
Yeah, get off this dude's dick, man.
Nothing but dick riding over here, man. So I need to tell myself. I forgot to mention this. So on Cody and I's trip to New Jersey, we almost had an accident. There was some.
A new car?
I think he told me.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So we were driving. No, we were in our bigger vehicle, the Volkswagen, and somebody it was on the Turnpike, New Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah,
which holy shit,
its own animal.
And guys, we've talked about it before. If you're listening to this and you don't know how to drive on the interstate, please don't get on the interstate.
Thank you.
You don't really.
If you've never been to the interstate, don't ever come to the interstate.
Please don't.
Because you wouldn't understand the interstate. So stay the fuck off the interstate.
It's a whole nother set of rules. Like, there's really no reason for you to tap your brakes because if one motherfucker does, anyways, it was coming up quick. And I was like, oh shit. So I reached over and I grabbed Cody's arm just instinctively.
Like as a child.
Well, and I got to think about it. I was like, I probably wanted him to make sure he knew what the fuck was happening.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I ended up.
You don't want to be caught unawares.
But as soon as I did it, I realized I was going to be able to break into. I was worried about getting hit from behind. But
yes.
And I said, bro, I'm so sorry I did that. I was like, and he was like, you didn't even mention it. And I'm like, I forgot about it.
What if there was something part of you that just wanted to have like human contact on your way out?
That's deep. That's deep.
At least it was on the shoulder, not the thigh.
Yeah, I thought you gave him one. Because I'll give my wife one of these sometimes. Like,
give him
mainly when she's fucking talking shit.
So I never thought about it till right now, but my mom gave a mean Ric Flair chop. Ow, my titty.
Stop sign, Mom.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Joey.
Yo.
Did you hear about the guy who escaped from prison recently by tying bed sheets together over the barbed wire and then coming down? I'd tell you the whole story, but it's pretty condescending.
He also flew off in a Con Air.
Condescending. I've been working on that one for a while because I had the punchline to get it in.
Condescending.
And I was like, because it took you a second. The lights didn't come on for just a second.
That's
and then
good.
You came back. All right. So my wife had neck surgery this week.
Hey, yo.
I made the same jokes to her. Don't worry.
How's she doing?
She's doing great. So this surgery is pretty common. Actually, I found out my sister.
Oh, Common was also in that Hunter
Like
Killer
a fusion
movie.
or something like that.
Yeah, so
he can act.
He can, but like Common with no facial hair, it's weird looking a little bit.
After the neck, we should have a best rapper actor conversation.
Okay, well, real quick on Common, I was at Universal Studios one time staying at the Hard Rock Cafe. He was playing at, I guess they had a
he was doing music stuff.
He was doing music. I walk in to eat lunch, and it's him and Serena Williams, who he was dating at the time. I obviously noticed her. And
hate to see her leave. Love to watch her go.
She just turns around, looks right at us, and says, "Hi." I'm like, "Hey."
I would have preferred if she was like,
So this surgery is actually.
Them girls tear up the tennis court.
They do.
Everybody's like, "Shh, bitch,
Come on, you won.
King Richard,
it's a gentleman's sport. Be quiet.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
If you don't sit your ass down."
So she had, and there's a name for this exact surgery. They go in through the front.
Oh,
And
that sounds fancy.
I think Chris Benoit had this surgery, so I'm keeping my hand on the trigger. So you can see here before and after they go in, and they insert this basically.
Wow.
Wing nut.
It's a spacer with a plate and two screws.
Jesus.
And they have to move your esophagus over, and I'm like,
Is this just to open?
Nope.
it's a
spacer.
super common. Yeah, it's a super common surgery now.
What is it for? If you
She couldn't fucking feel her arm.
no shit.
She had so much
it's a
nerve.
nerve thing. Wow.
Yep. So, and it's day surgery. Like we went to, I was bitching about the whole pre-auth. Like the doctor's office says, "Hey, we can get around that, and there's a spot open at some surgery center instead of having to go full hospital." And I have never been in and out of something like that with her. She's awful to wake up after, like
Anesthesia.
oh my god, she's awful. But I guess since there's no way to keep people overnight here. They either put you under a different way or something. But it's immediately up and walking. Like she's wearing like one of the airplane travel pilots. They just wear one of those around.
Medical technology is fucking amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
How's she feel? How's the recovery going?
It's going great. She could immediately if you grab my arm and pulled, she wouldn't.
She could immediately.
No.
Immediately start.
Immediately. I mean, the doctor told me, he's like, listen, you need to keep that arm moving. No. Like, if you had grabbed her like this before and pulled, she would have nothing. But like the doctor, like as soon as she woke up, she was pulling right back. So,
Nice.
it totally killed that pain for
That's
her.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. So,
I was looking through my phone. I had to get up the other night and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I was like, I'll go through my photos and delete trash photos, taking up space or whatever.
you must have been really bored.
I was.
That's what I do normally when I don't have a cell phone signal.
Well, so where I was, I couldn't get cell phone signal. I was it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going through and I'm coming across like all these old memes I saved, dude, and like some of them are so fucking good. But this one was it was this woman unwrapping a dishwasher, like a brand new one, and then it had the dude from Phantom Menace in it underneath, and he's like, "Now there are two of them."
So a couple observations mainly one observation from the waiting room at this place. So we get there and it was be there at 11 for, 1 o'clock or whatever. And we get there and it's literally no one else is there. Like the staff's there, but there's no other patients there at all. It's very strange. Like, they take her back and get her in the gown and then I go back and, the whole process. Going back there, hey, sit there and bullshit for a few minutes, whatever. And she's the only person there, like, to get work done. But as soon as they get started on with her procedure, other people came in and they were like, I saw somebody get a knee done while I was there. I'm like, I used to stay in the hospital for 3 days to get a knee done.
Yeah, it's
crazy. But there was a couple that came in, and I don't know what this woman had going on, but her husband or the man that was with her, I'm just assuming it's her husband, they both had on masks. And it was he was carrying one of those, it's obviously a butt mat. It's that thick ass foam.
Like a donut?
Yeah, but it wasn't a donut. It was shaped like, honestly, it was shaped like a little toilet seat, this to give the shape of it.
Uh-huh.
But it was like that, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 inch foam. But she went to sit down and he slid underneath her. And then you had to go like sit at the desk filter. And he ran over and slid underneath her. And they took her back. And my man looked to be younger than me, right? He had on a mask, but just the way, I could tell by looking at the dude. And his bald spot wasn't that big, so I knew it wasn't that old. My man pulls out a crossword puzzle book. When's the last time you saw anybody, especially somebody under like 70, with a crossword book?
Yeah, I got a couple.
A book?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is COVID.
I take them to the airport with me too when I'm.
You can get an app.
I know, but it feels different doing it on paper.
Oh, because you're old. You fucking old.
Some things I do agree with.
I love a good crossword puzzle book. I can't pass one up.
Wow, okay.
Can't pass one up. Just my plants and my puzzles.
Chris has
Sitting in a room. This is life. as I grab some hot tea.
And what's the husky's name?
Diamond.
Just you and Diamond with some puzzles and plants.
Chris has a Sudoku book, but that makes more sense to me for whatever reason than a crossword puzzle.
It's all the same in my opinion, but I do on some old man shit. I play the New York Times mini crossword puzzle every day.
See,
I do play it,
But on the app.
but on the app, and it's better because if you make a mistake, the erase marks and everything. Like
that's why you don't make mistakes. It makes you better.
Yeah, I got plenty of time. But one I made today, simple mistake, 3 letters across. The clue was down. I swear to God, it's not
That's
a
it?
joke. Huh? Down.
There's no
Down.
theme to this crossword?
Nope. Down 3 letters across. So
Did you have a letter already?
no letters. So anybody want to take it? Huh?
Sub.
It's weird.
Like Sub-Zero?
Oh yeah. That's fair. So I put bad, like down bad.
It is a New York. Okay.
but it worked. Like it was working, and then I was like, cool, and I thought I'd solved it, and I hit enter, and then it was like, one's wrong, and I was like, what the fuck? And I looked back, and I was like, oh, sad. Of course.
Yeah. There you go.
But culture, I guess.
Yeah, that's really it.
That's really it. I don't think I have a whole lot, but I've been watching a bunch of Christmas shit recently. I watched the Christmas Carol, the Disney one. Love it. It's still so fucking good. Ebenezer Scrooge is as Scrooge and all. It's like it's almost too perfect, you know. That guy, whoever wrote that, he knew what he was doing. It's a good story. There was also one. It was called like Little One or something. It's like a religious one with a donkey. It's touching, but I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it this year.
That sounds awful.
No, it's actually quite good. It's actually quite
Not
good.
good enough to get into.
So it's no. Just this year I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. But like I've seen it 1,000 times.
Okay.
But it's this little boy, and he's poor as fuck, and he's living in
Alabama.
in that in that part of the world,
okay.
like
Kentucky.
no.
Southern Kentucky.
So anyway, poor as fuck, but the family has a goat, and like everybody's trying to buy the goat. Like a butcher is trying to buy the goat and everything else, and he actually sells the goat to the butcher, and then has like a guilt fucking thing about it. Like runs in, frees the goat, or and then drops off the money as well. Like at least I think it's a goat, some little like hooved animal. And and then anyway, so it's stuff like that, right? Everybody's trying to buy it to use it or abuse it or whatever, and he's just like, fuck it, we'll just starve. Fuck it, you and me, goat.
So the goat's a part of the family.
And then these two people come up. One is pregnant, and they need help. She can't walk anymore, and he buys the goat to like carry Mary.
retcons are great.
Into
Thought it was a donkey.
That's what it was. It was a donkey.
What's the name of the movie?
Little One, I think.
I thought you said it was a little donkey.
Littlefoot is a dinosaur.
Little donkey.
But it was a donkey.
What's up, little donkey?
You're right. It was a little donkey. It was a little donkey. You're right about that. It wasn't a goat. I told you. I was like, halfway through, I was like, some hoofed animal may not have been.
You did some pretty hard hooving bias there. I'm sure there's some furries out there pretty upset with you.
But anyways, it's a nice little story. But it's I couldn't get into it this year for whatever reason. I was not in the mood.
How did it end?
That was
eat
it.
it?
That was no.
We don't know what happens to it. It's a side story.
It's in every nativity scene you've ever seen.
familiar with
That's
Mark?
the donkey. It's the donkey.
Oh, the donkey
From Shrek.
Messiah.
Are you familiar with Mark, Luke, John, and
Donkey?
Matthew? That's how it ends.
Okay. Cliche.
It's actually a bit of a tragedy. So this guy gets crucified, right?
Like literally.
But I mean, did he stay that way?
Did he die though?
Did he die?
So similar to Martin Luther King, he fucked the money up, and that's what got him killed.
Exactly.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
It's a story as old as time.
Yeah,
Literally.
Fuck up the money, you're gone.
Yep. Let me see if I do have anything written down though. I'm trying to think if I've watched any other Christmas shit. I've watched The Grinch, like the cartoon one. Still good. All the kind of classics. Oh, yes. So, super disappointed with a movie this week as well, Christopher. Super disappointed. I don't watch much new shit anymore. I don't want to. I've had it with this shit.
You've watched enough in your lifetime. You don't need any more.
It's too mediocre.
I don't want no mediocre.
But they got me.
Who got you? Who got them claws in you?
They said, here's a movie. Christmas themed, starring and announcing Eddie Murphy's comeback.
Oh.
It's called Candy Cane Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sir, you did not.
I did.
Really?
No.
It's fucking awful.
Did you expect it to not be?
You kind of deserve
So
that, though.
it could have been. It could have been fucking great. So the movie is set up. Spoilers. The movie is set up where Eddie Murphy gets laid off from his job, and in his neighborhood, a local news company or something judges Christmas lights. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to pay the winner like $100,000 or something grand prize.
Right,
Damn.
sure, yeah.
Wow.
Let me get involved in this.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's this competition now to because he needs the money now more than ever. He's fired. And
Let me guess, he didn't tell his family he got fired.
So he told his wife, but not the kids.
Oh, okay.
So what could have been great is if that was the movie. Right. And it's all this passive aggressive, weird shit between the neighbors of like, looks great, John. And then you go inside, he's got a fucking Rudolph up there. We got to get, if they'd have gone that route with it, but they don't. Instead, he goes and he's driving around and he finds this like Christmas store. It's like Kringles or something, right? And he goes in and there's a woman in there and she has this tree that's for sale. And there's all Christmas decorations, as you might imagine, but there's this tree in the middle and the tree is layered. So there's one partridge at the top of the tree. And then going down,
is it a pear tree?
So no.
Oh, that they missed.
They fucked it up.
Actually, we're getting a call from old Killian or KC. Let's check on him. KC,
Yo.
you are live on Nerve Rage.
Yo,
Yo.
What the hell? Don't you have a job, man?
Yeah. Do you want to say anything to the people before I say I got to call you back?
Nah, fuck them.
Okay.
All right, yeah, hit me back, man.
All right, buddy.
Love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
Yeah.
So anyway, on the fifth level of the tree, there's 5 golden rings, and on and on. And
The whole song.
Yeah, but the whole song is on
It's
the
a
tree.
lot of birds.
It is a lot of birds.
You get gifted that. It's like 12 birds to take care of.
Lords of Leaping. Anyway, it's the most brilliant Christmas tree, right? So he's got to have it. So he buys it, but in order to buy it, you got to sign this contract.
Oh, here we go.
Is it a magical contract?
It's a magical fucking contract.
How would I know?
And if he doesn't find the 5 golden rings, the real 5 golden rings by Christmas, he turns into a little porcelain statue that the person that owns Kringles keeps all of these people through the years that she's been able to turn
That's
into.
not a good horror
I
story.
kind of want to. Hold on. What's this on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Well, it's not,
If this was a
not for
Stephen
us.
King movie.
Oh, wait.
It might be on Paramount. I don't know what it's on.
I could have sworn it because isn't.
We didn't
No,
see it
it's on
Netflix.
Amazon.
Okay, there you
Because
go.
I saw an ad. Amazon was showing just an ad for like getting shit delivered or whatever. What
But
they
if they
didn't
just
have that in it.
if they'd have stayed in the comedy pocket with this local neighborhood competing against each other, being dicks to one another, and then you had the whole family element, you had this whole metaphor of it's not what's on the outside, but what's on the inside, that you could have done all this shit with it and had it been great, and it fucking sucks. At like 20 minutes in, I was like, oh no. And they were like, too late. And they're like, what? And I was like, it's dumb, isn't it? Isn't this dumb? And Jana was like, it's dumb. And then Laura, of course, the ever optimist, was like, we'll just finish it. I was like, it sucks. This sucks. You can't tell this is gonna suck, and it sucked.
Well, Bobby, good for us. There's a ravenous appetite for Christmas movies. So, I mean, pen to paper, buddy. Let's go.
That would have been interesting. This was like a
You
horror
film it in
movie.
your neighborhood.
Eddie Murphy. Who else was in it?
That was the only real name. Oh, surprise! Santa Claus makes an appearance at the end, played by a guy who I hadn't seen in a while that I did enjoy seeing just because I hadn't seen him in a while, but David Alan Grier.
I'm gonna watch it.
Wow.
It's awful.
I don't care.
Okay, enjoy. It's
I will.
awful. So
Make sure they get paid.
I want to say that Casey just texted me and said, I couldn't think of anything when you put me on the spot, but tell everyone I said free Jonathan Majors.
They did. They freed him from his contract.
I agree with that.
Kirk Lazarus, man, make the call. You guys know about Kirk Lazarus?
I do not.
He's the
heard that before.
dude playing the dude disguised as another
yes.
dude.
Kirk
I prefer bringing back Terrence Howard.
Yes.
That
yes.
He
That
said,
would be so full circle.
he said next time, baby.
And then that's all I really have. Just getting ready for Christmas and shit and all that stuff. My house is a disaster. And I have one question. Do I say this?
Oh boy.
Why not? This is going to be behind a paywall.
With everything that's been going on in the media over the past 5 years, let's say heavily. Who's your favorite pedophile?
Is it Bryan Singer? Is he a pedophile?
Yeah, I think so.
He did the X-Men.
Yeah.
Right?
based on their body of work or their
Just your
You
favorite.
can set the criteria however you
Body
like.
of work. I see what you did there.
Didn't Bryan Singer direct a movie called Body of Work?
I don't.
Oh, I
Bruce Willis in it?
I think
and he's
so.
like naked in a hot tub or something crazy like that. I don't have a good answer for this, Bobby.
So I can't.
Like Hollywood related, or
Michael Jackson.
So you're gonna trigger me.
I saw this happen at Christmas with his father-in-law one time. It was
You were there.
horrifying.
I jumped down his ass, like so to speak. But like,
Alleged pedophile.
Yeah.
How about that?
fucking
R. Kelly?
FBI fucking investigated that dude So he's in the. So for me, it's,
Great body work.
he got a video of him pissing on a girl. So I mean, that's pretty up there.
well, no, we're not debating whether or not they're pedophiles.
Is this
Only
your
one. Michael is the only one that's debatable. But like the thing with the other ones, I can't decide between Kevin Spacey and P. Diddy.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is P. Diddy a confirmed
it's so
pedophile?
fresh.
No, he's not
It's so
confirmed.
fresh.
Not confirmed,
Yeah.
but it's looking that way.
I'm-
And we're talking. I mean, not, it's all bad, right? But we're
Obviously.
talking like 17-year-old. Like we're talking
Yeah.
about girls that we're not talking about children. You know what I mean? We're talking about young kids. I mean, young adults, which is not
statutory.
okay. Which is
Yeah.
not okay. But like, there's a difference. It's
like the
one,
vapes.
There's a
one's
scale.
a creep and one's a monster.
yeah,
There
a
you go. I got-
6-year-old and a
yeah.
16-year-old is not the
Yes.
same thing.
Correct.
The crazy thing is, you say your favorite, but there's so many who aren't known either. That's the issue.
Well,
This
For now.
for now.
we can-
But there's,
we can-
Did you see they're about to publish the Epstein list? But
Yes, I can't wait.
I can't wait for that shit either. That's a hard question because there's so many people who you like. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a pedophile, but they're not like accused of it. Oh, disgusting!
Yeah. It's just like there's so many now. You know, like,
It's wild, isn't it?
and there probably were back in the day. It just wasn't out there. You know, but
mean,
like,
just
I mean,
like-
you talk about
just like-
Elvis and how he like who was the young girl he was with?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
and then
people forget about stuff like that.
and the Great Balls of Fire dude.
Yeah, he married his 15-year-old cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's a double
those are
whammy. It's
a
old
different
school.
time.
People forget about it.
It's a different time. I mean, I'll
Also,
say
the legal age was different back then, wasn't it?
No.
was,
No,
was
it
it
was
always
always-
18?
no. Well,
was not
it depends
16 at
state
some
to
point?
state. It's
That's
15
what I'm
some
saying.
states.
It's 15 or 16 in some states.
Yeah,
so
17,
it's, not,
Remember,
it's not that crazy
Michael
back
Bay
then.
took a deep dive on Texas laws and how to get
Oh
around
yeah,
them.
and
Wow.
Transformers 4, I
Yeah,
believe.
that's right. That's right.
I mean, legal age morality. Is, I just can't see a 30-something-year-old dude going to the high school saying, "I want that one."
I mean,
Yeah.
like they were.
Gross.
Hey, man, I keep getting older, and they keep saying the same
That's what they
age.
say.
So as Matthew McConaughey
That's
says,
what I like about high school.
It's timeless.
So moving on, what do we think about the Jonathan Majors thing? While we're on the
was
topic,
is he guilty or not?
Yeah, he
It's
got-
still back and forth.
Well, no,
so he was found guilty
on 2 of 4 counts.
on 2 of 4 counts. The video.
There's a video of him picking this girl up and putting her back in the car, and then there's another video of him running and her running after him.
With that Creed training.
But it's really out of. You're not wrong.
That's an acting, bro.
But it's definitely.
Was she
it's-
on set too? Because she kept up with him.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was
Well, they
crazy bitches that got it. They got that shit together.
said they met on during filming for a Marvel property. That's all they said. But I mean, I guess they kind of wrapped him up somewhat with the way Loki ended. I guess.
yeah.
I mean, they put him away where nobody's going to wonder where
don't have to
he
worry
is.
about
It's not an
Yeah.
open-ended
It's-
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just no.
Yeah.
I'll give-
It's one of those things that we can go either way. Like it's smart, like the way his character in the universe is set up. You can have more of him or none of him, and it's fine.
Well, and also Joe, Prophet of the Faceless. I'd say 90% of his scenes are CG, anyways.
Did he sign his face right?
Oh, I don't know.
That's
if
the
it's
question.
his face rights.
But I don't think.
Yo, dog, let me get them face. What if Suge Knight got Vanilla Ice's face rights?
But I also like. So my.
And I want your face rights too. I take a double burger with cheese and your face rights.
I bet it's going to be a
I
thing.
gotta write that down.
Face rights is going to be a thing.
So
Because the prophet of the faceless.
my question is, I don't like. All right, so we don't know what took place inside the car, right? We don't.
Nope.
True. The one witness had a different story than what people think, but yes.
But we did see him running away from her.
Yeah.
So as somebody who's definitely paid attention to this story a lot, I really have. I like Jonathan Major. I've said that on this
he's
podcast
talented.
before. The thing about him running away was he got convicted of 2 counts, which ended up being misdemeanors, and it boiled down to him injuring her finger while he was trying to get away from her. That's what it boiled down to, more or less. You know, he got found not guilty of the major assault charges, which would have been him hitting her in the head and him strangling her, all that. He got found not guilty of those, but he did get found guilty of the 2 lesser charges, which equates to, hey, you were too rough with her when you were trying to get away from her. And I'm definitely simplifying it. Right. With all respect to any domestic violence victims and all that stuff. But the cab driver even said he didn't do these things to her, the punching and the strangling. The story was that with the video, she saw him texting somebody who may or may not have been his current girlfriend, and she got mad. She started, wilding out on him. He got out the cab and she tried to chase him. He pushed her back in. She injured her finger. He runs from her with his phone because, hey, you don't want to leave your girl with your phone with your side bitches in it.
Especially when she's mad at you.
That was the most human moment ever.
Exactly.
And so that's what boiled down. He's the one that actually called 911 for her when she had attempted to, I think, kill herself or something like that in his apartment after he broke up with her. He found her unconscious, all this other stuff. So and I was just listening to a podcast about it or some information about it on the way here. How you can call 911 and then you the one end up getting arrested.
I mean, it happens.
It's wild.
It does. I watched that.
So that's what
it happens.
Marvel obviously had that press release in the draft since March.
Oh, no doubt.
They were just waiting.
Yeah.
And they didn't waste any time.
No, it was immediate.
I think it's a shame in the sense that because
It's overreaction.
it's the appropriate reaction from a social media culture and in the court of public opinion, because what leads the headlines is the guilty verdict,
right?
And all people see is convicted guilty of third degree assault and harassment or something like that, which is, if I yell at you right now, that's third degree assault and harassment. But a lot of
I think we probably end that a different way.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Exactly. But that's what leads headlines is the guilty. But the fact that he got found not guilty by a panel of jurors on the other charges and keep in mind, all the evidence we see, they were privy to much more.
Sure.
So if they found him not guilty on those other ones, it's like, damn, it kind of sucks. He just lost the bag because of, and like I said, I don't know what they do in their private lives. He could have been beating her from pillar to post, just maybe not on this evening.
Right. But she might have also liked it.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe she was the aggressor.
Or
you don't know.
Or maybe perhaps from the window to the wall.
Right. Yeah, that's also an option. So here's a good one, guys. All right, who was the last person prior to this that you can remember that just got
Canned
from a Disney product for
Mandalorian chick?
Okay, Gina Gershon.
Yeah.
Nope. That's not her name. Holy shit.
No, that's a different
Gina
Gina.
Carano.
Yes.
Carano.
Yeah, Gina she can get it. Anyways,
Yeah.
even at
Both of
82, wherever she is. Yeah, actually, you're right. All right, so let's
I'll
look
make
at
America
these.
great again for her.
One of them, there's a conviction, and I just for conversation's sake, there's a conviction, and they waited till ding, here you go, thanks. I mean, they at least waited.
Yeah.
Where other girl just said some foul shit on the internet, and lost her job. Right. I don't know. I just think,
and even some of that foul shit is more about.
It's all hers was a politics.
Yeah, hers was politics, which was worse,
and especially at that particular time, she made those statements.
Yeah, because it's like if that the conversation, to shut down the conversation that she was trying to have is to frame it as, well, that's just hate,
right?
And we're gonna fire you.
I mean, I'll be honest,
saying,
I don't even really remember.
It was over her. It was over debating whether or not trans women are women.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "No, they're trans women."
You can't go against the alphabet community, but
yeah, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle did.
I mean, you kind of cannot. It's pendulum swung back the other way. This is not.
It has started.
It's not the same as 3 years ago.
Chappelle did it.
Yeah, I do not doubt that we will see Gina, either one, Gershon or Carano, in the Filoni-verse movie. What if
they bring her back and I get my hot toy, I'm gonna be pissed that I got rid of my other two.
Oh, trust me.
Or you know what? I'll keep them out of spite. I'll just get her.
Yeah,
that's it.
And I don't really love her character that much. I just wanted the three. I wanted the triangle offense.
Right. And
you wanted the thick one.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I want to see what buck they use. Buck they use for that one. Because they can't use that Scarlet Witch, but I don't think there's
no, they don't have a buck like that.
Maybe
they gotta make her own.
Maybe if Phasma didn't have on armor, maybe. That's a big girl. Well, compared to them Hollywood shouties, because they're all like Joe's height. No offense,
that's true.
Joe.
That's true. The men aren't much taller either.
No, they're all
actually they're
this is where lifts,
lifts and stand on crates for filming.
But yeah, it doesn't.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm surprised that a third party hasn't made that figure.
Yeah, I know.
I guess they're scared to death.
So we have some new Black Panther show. Are you familiar with this?
I'm sorry.
The only reason why I kept it
They didn't check with you?
was
they didn't tell me.
Marvel Studios is expanding the world of Black Panther and a Marvel Cinematic Universe as a new TV show is officially coming to Disney Plus in 2024.
Cartoon or animated?
It's implying live action.
Oh shit!
I would guess that Science Sister would be the lead of that.
Really, I reserve judgment because I'm not too pressed. I'm kind of burnt out.
Yeah. Well, so here's my thing with that: is it's starting to me, right? Black Panther obviously comes with it's just like you take Aquaman, right?
No, seriously.
Take it. Aquaman looks like it's going to fail at the box office this weekend, right?
Surprise!
It came out already, right? Nobody watched it yet?
No, it comes out. It comes out today.
Phil thought it was solid.
Come with me.
So I say that to say this: it was projected to do 40 million opening weekend, right? Which is like similar to what the Marvels did, honestly. But like that dude or The Rock. The Rock is even a better example, right?
Shazam?
I'm in.
No, Black Adam.
The actor.
Yes.
Dwayne Johnson.
He has every time he does a movie, there's a certain base that's going to go see The Rock because it's The Rock. You're part of that base.
I am.
And there are millions of others. This is what makes him so sought
Marketable,
after.
yeah.
Correct. Black Panther has the same thing, where anytime a Black Panther, correct, for different reasons, maybe actually for 3 different reasons, to be fair. But like we have a friend in common. His name is Porter, an African American gentleman who has only seen one Marvel movie in the theater, and it happens to be Black Panther.
You what?
Right?
You didn't watch Black Panther 2?
Oh, maybe 2. But so it comes with a certain entry immediately, right? The making that go to television to me seems desperate. Like, fuck, we need something popping on Disney Plus.
I mean,
and maybe if we do
wrong.
Black
Disney
Panther,
is desperate, but
yeah.
we found that out over the last couple of years with the shit they're pushing out. They're desperate.
Good.
And,
I agree.
they can't sit still.
I agree.
They're like that kid in the back of the class.
Yeah.
Can't sit still.
But their needle is sticking still is the fucking problem.
But they haven't learned.
Yeah.
Like, chill for a minute. Develop some good storylines and
yeah.
But we're in the culture of pushing content.
Yeah.
Like, they can't, like...
Yep.
they got the most content out there.
They want to keep breaking it in, but like you can't.
We're in the quantity over quality era.
That's right.
I mean, you're going to learn at some point. Like you have no choice but learn because people are going to vote with the wallets.
Right. Right.
I mean, that's how they're seeing it. They're seeing the fucking income decreasing. They're fucking up. They just haven't grasped or accept why they're fucking up.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people recently, just not even in the nerd sphere, just in the life sphere, saying like, "Yep, December is my last Disney Plus payment." Like it's just
Wow.
But anyway, like it comes with my phone, so like I don't think I would get rid of it. Like
My last payment is your last payment.
Shh, dry snitching, man. So the other news is that Hasbro cut 1,100 jobs, aka 20% of its workforce.
They're cutting people. Anyway,
Go talk.
They're cutting people from Wizards.
Wizard.
Wait, what? You had my attention on that.
not that kind of Wizard.
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast, which is like D&D and Magic.
Right.
The people that's making the money.
The money.
The people making you the money, you're going to cut them out and take their money that they're making you.
Is that who they're cutting out?
I
No,
believe...
they didn't really go into detail on what jobs they were cutting.
yeah, but this...
the things that
there
crack
are
me
rumblings
up.
in which people are leaving from getting cut from that division. which is
Well, I'm
crazy.
sure they did. Normally, when a company will do a 20% headcount reduction, or RIF, as they'll call it, they'll take from every department. And it may be up to the department head that said, hey, you've got 5 people, you're only going to have 4 next year. Make the decision.
So it says that toy sales in the U.S. were down 8% from January through August. The recent headwinds we anticipated have proven to be stronger and more persistent than planned, Hasbro CEO Chris Cox wrote in the memo.
Yeah, fuck that Cox guy.
While we have made some important progress across our organization, the headwinds we saw through the first 9 months of the year have continued into the holiday and are likely to persist into 2024. They said toy maker will focus on fewer, bigger brands, gaming, digital, and our rapidly growing direct-to-consumer and licensing businesses.
Yeah, corporate speak.
So that means like they're doing something with McFarlane now. They're licensed, I don't know, several properties out to do that page punchers thing, those tiny little awful figures that come with a comic book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they announced that a couple weeks ago. But the thing that
Hasbro shares fell 6% in aftermarket trading Monday.
Good, fuck 'em.
The thing that cracks me up is, as you guys may know, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups.
Dude, I'll give you one.
So I'm in a Black Series group for some reason. I'm in a G.I. Joe group. I'm not in a Marvel Legends group. But during this holiday season, it seems like, Ollie's and Ross have had just a plethora of $10 and under figures that have been on the shelves recently for full price.
I've seen a lot of that in the groups and stuff. Like,
and in some instances, I mean, historically, like you could find like you just use like a Chug Fort Max would show up at one of those places during the holidays, right? Mm-hmm. And it would be like $75 instead of $125 or whatever. But what I see in these groups is the people that are bitching about things like, I can't believe the line at Ross is so long. I had to wait an hour to buy these 2 figures.
Right.
And it's like, it's the busiest shopping time of the year, and they don't really give a shit about you.
They don't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah. They don't give a
and
shit. Nothing.
Those same people are the ones saying, I can't believe they let 1,100 people go. That's such an awful company. Well, maybe if you weren't just buying things when they come out at $5 and $6.
Yeah.
I mean, one hand washes the other, right?
And both hands wash the face. Yeah. As they say.
Yeah. And one of them probably washes the ass. If you're using both hands to wash your ass, I gotta ask you a
use
question.
both. You gotta spread.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, spread with one
Squat.
hand and
You
go with the other.
act like your ass.
Yeah, but remember how I wipe. So.
Yeah, I go deep. It's not that to be fat to go deep.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, your ass ain't even that fat, Joe.
So I say all that to say it seems like they have a ton of worthless inventory out there.
Yeah.
But people don't want it. I mean, it's supply and demand, first of all. And when I say vote with your wallet, a lot of times it's negative. I'm like, don't stop buying shit you don't want to support. But it goes the other way too, man. Start spending the money you do want to support.
Sure.
Like I buy things over the price at which I can get them a lot of times because I know that's supporting the creator. Right? Just like
that's fair.
Games or toys or cards, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just to piggyback off the fat ass comment, Evan and I have some common friends in common, and Solers. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that he was cousins with Shay. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
So I had no idea.
Oh, you're late.
So he said that, and kind of passing, I was with him one day, and I was like, you guys are cousins? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, you couldn't tell?
Right? And I was like, you know what? My man got fair.
Fat ass?
He's a two-hander.
They got cake. He's hippie.
That's what made me think of it.
Couldn't tell.
It's funny.
I'm worried about a little bit about nerd culture in general.
Talk to me.
Because it seems like, I mean, we're Gen Pop now, right? Mm-hmm. It's not niche. It's not something we make fun of. Is monetarily
it's saturated.
It's saturated, and it's giant money wise. It's a big income, but at the same time, it's like it's becoming too corporate. Unfortunately, like many things, like you see that shit happening, like in video game too. In the video game awards recently, all the new games announced. There are a lot of rumblings. People in the industry, they're saying, like apparently it's the best year for gaming, but it's not, because even though you sell a lot of games and it's very popular, they're getting massive layoffs. They're
right.
Like, funding cuts everywhere, studios being cut after making money.
Companies being swallowed up.
Yeah, that too. It's not like they're losing money so they have to cut people. It's like they're making money and they want to make more money and they fucking cut people. It's fucked up. And the holiday season.
And it's all happening everywhere. Video games, comics, movies, music. It's happening everywhere. I just saw that Paramount and Warner Brothers might be merging.
So they're having meetings to talk about it.
Like, that shit's crazy.
Buying low?
I mean, like,
B&M?
It's really getting to be that fucking, like, it's funny to us not the dystopian future thing that they've been making movies about since the 80s about the megacorp and shit.
And they also
talk about
also
it, but,
warned us about AI, and here we are using it to fucking write resumes.
At some point, we're going to have like 3 companies in the world vying for controls. and that's it.
Me and my man AI got more in common than
just balling and rhyming.
Yeah, but now we're on spreadsheets, so
Right.
I had to say, "Hey, yo, bitch, make me a pivot table," and it says, "Cool."
But
I
like
got you.
that whole like thing with like fuck, where was I going with the finance and so it doesn't matter.
But how many companies are really there in the world? A handful.
Well, if you
Like
wanna
you
play
keep
that
going
game
up the
now.
umbrella and seeing who owns what. It's like three.
Black Rock.
Also the kind of the old approach of just mimicking what's hot is not working when you're making thousands of things.
Exactly.
Like when you made two things and you have like it doesn't matter which one came first. I don't even remember, to be honest. But let's say, for the sake of argument, Armageddon came first. I think it was but it doesn't matter. Let's say the Armageddon came first. Armageddon can survive with Deep Impact alongside of it. But now it's no longer that.
No.
It's Armageddon, Deep Impact, Space Boulder, Planet Rock. It's 10,000 different things. They're all coming at the same time because all, so to speak, because
So
all
even
they
the good ones get washed out.
yeah, because all they do is they just look at like, okay, last month what did the most numbers? X-Men. Cool. We need a superhero group that has powers and they're young. And fuck anything else because
Gen
in
V,
their
let's go.
heads,
I like Gen V.
I didn't watch it yet.
in their heads, they think that's what it is. They don't get
It's too far. The corporate, like whoever's in charge of things and consumer, it's like too many steps in between, and they're like just not fucking connected.
Yeah.
It's like a couple steps ahead. The creators, the writers, even their bosses are in touch with the product and they know what it is that people want, and they might partake too. But if you keep going up, you get to the people where have no idea what anything this shit is. They probably couldn't name your whole team of X-Men.
right.
They're just like, oh, this word means this money.
Right.
Make more of this.
Right.
That's
right.
how Apocalypse got made.
And like there's like a check sheet. There's like a check sheet that like we need. All right, like okay, one homosexual character, one learning disability character,
One little person. Almost another word.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
they got the illiterate person, but they didn't get the little person for Wonka.
Right. One white person, one black person, one Spanish person. We just need to check these boxes so that everybody is like it's
You're
just
seeing
not
that a lot in entertainment. now.
Yeah, it's
Netflix is crazy with it right now.
I was recently tracking this Transformers video game, the Reactivate game. It's been bought out like 4 different times by 4 different companies, just swallowing each other until it gets to some Chinese company, Tencent.
Oh, Tencent is gonna watch them. They are a problem.
Yeah. So I'm learning about them.
They've been a problem.
Yeah, they're insane.
But you can't do anything. But everyone's
do a
like,
fucking thing about
for
it.
years they've been saying that's a problem.
And I think the same thing when I look at like, and I've jokingly said it here, but it's one of those jokes that I also mean is that that Universal Music Group and the fact that like it's just been outed now that they own like 60 or 70% of fucking Spotify. Like it's all a fucking racket.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everything is a fucking racket nowadays.
Yeah. Medical system is another one.
I will say on the streaming thing, you gotta have money to make money, right? So it may have just been a point where like, hey, we're gonna need some money to prop us up, and keep everybody rolling here.
Let's move on.
They're paying out so much to the artist, Bobby. You're not making any money.
I hear you. Let's move on to some more fun stuff. Best and worst lists.
Oh boy.
So I'll lead. Let me find my list real quick. We do this as an annual thing. We've always done it on Nerd Rage, and I didn't have the heart to stop. So, all right, let's do. We'll start with best read of the year.
And just like reminded, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, what's best for us might not necessarily be objectively the best thing out there.
Yes, it's
just
subjective. It's entirely subjective. So I'll start. I only read one book this year, which makes me feel like a fucking idiot. But it just happens to be the truth. So my best book of this year is Ultimate X-Men Volume 2. My worst book of this year is Ultimate X-Men Volume 2.
Is that just by coincidence or?
So there's a chance that it could have just been on my worst book list. It's just mid as fuck.
Gotcha.
Did they come out this year?
No, it's old. I just never read it. I just never read it.
I try to keep things to like what came out this year.
Yeah, I do too. But it was the only thing I read. It was the only thing I read. Okay, so Joe, go ahead. Joey.
Continuing to read Berserk, which is great. That's my best read of the year because it's still going and it's still good. I'm happy that's been picked up and continued. So I'm looking forward to finishing that at some point in my lifetime, hopefully.
God willing.
And worse?
Yeah, and worse.
The news.
Just any of the news.
Any of the news. Any of these headlines. Awful.
Fair enough.
John Majors, ripped from Marvel.
Awful.
Terrible reading.
What about you, Evan?
I'm currently, I would say my best right now, what I'm currently reading is Think Again by Adam Grant. It's the power of knowing what you don't know.
Of course, he got a real ass book.
Yeah, he does.
This motherfucker.
Chapter 1. Surround yourself with plants. They are the givers of life.
Looks, calms me.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing wrong with that. What's your worst book?
I don't have a worst book this year. Everything I've gotten something out of, and I was able to help hopefully better myself, and both personally and professionally.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
He's working on him.
That should maybe once a quarter. I can't handle all this be the best me I can be shit.
You wait till February.
That's great.
You just wait.
Dude, I held on I think it was 2 years ago. I was, and it doesn't matter. I was coming out of this place and I held this door open for a black guy, just coincidentally. But he was a little bit further away than what's normal amount that you should
the
hold.
Awkward distance.
It was
You
the
gotta speed
awkward
him up.
distance, but I just fuck it. I'm here. I don't have no place to be. And he comes up and he's like, and I had another buddy with me, and he looked at my buddy and he was like, February, man, he gets it.
Wow. That's great.
Christopher.
I can't wait till February.
So much to my disappointment, I read one book this year. I have a stack of books from Sanjay, actually, that my intention was to read one a month, and,
Right.
and I failed miserably. But I read a book called The Butchering Art. It was about basically the birth of modern surgery.
Okay.
I think I talked
Yeah,
about
you
it.
did.
It's
You
like
did.
how awful
Some of
it
the
was
war
living-
stuff that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I listened to the last 3 books of The Expanse.
I knew it.
I knew it was coming, and I forgot. I didn't even think about that too when y'all mentioned it. So I enjoyed that. It ended. I'm satisfied with the way it ended. It zombie Amos Burton. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go. We'll move on to video game. I don't play many video games, so this is another one where they didn't come out this year for me. All the rest are. But the video. So I played Last of Us. That was the best video game I played this year.
Nice.
And then I played. Then I got on a video game kick because I was like, man, I really do enjoy playing video games. So I went and bought a whole bunch, and then came home and put one in. And I was like, I fucking hate this one though, don't I? And that was called Sniper 2.
Why would you even buy a game called Sniper 2?
Because I like the first person shooter sniper levels, and I was like, if this is all that, but it's like you got to do math and shit. And I was like, man,
that's
God.
real snipering though.
Yeah, I was like,
real
fuck.
snipering is like not fun.
yeah, I don't want the not fun version.
Too real.
I want to join the military. Joey, your video game.
Best game, Armored Core 6, which also won an award for Best Action Game of the Year, I believe,
Okay.
for the roguelike game. I need to spend a lot of fucking time on it. The worst game, Diablo.
Really? I thought you liked it.
I did, and then but that's the problem with Blizzard, the company, is that they take good things and they fucking crush it with their money grubbing little fingers.
Right.
Like it released great, everybody loved it, and they started changing things to try to get more money in, and everybody hated it, and I hated it.
Right. Gotcha.
And
That's
it's not only, I don't know what's worse, right? Something that's bad or something that's good, like that's ruined.
yeah.
So to me, it's like this was good and you ruined it.
that sucks. Evan,
Best game I would say I don't know if it came. I don't think it came out this year, but I played it this year.
fine.
God of War Ragnarok
Oh,
on
yeah.
PS5. I really enjoyed that.
That came out this year, I think.
Okay, did it? I've been a fan of that game since the very first one on PlayStation. That's been my favorite franchise.
all right.
Worst, I
There's
would
no black people in it whatsoever.
no, it's not. It's
zero.
Wild. And they were in.
Well, there's no nothing but white people.
I want to see like a God of War Zimbabwe. Like he's taking on fucking
Yeah,
mythical creatures
yeah.
from African lore. That'd be great.
I mean, yeah, he traveled from Greece to fucking
It'd be weird
Norwegian
with him being
somewhere.
all white and everything. Kind of. It might give off weird vibes.
They think he was a monster.
Right? Exactly.
Maybe the next
White
sequel.
devil.
Maybe he is the monster.
Maybe we all are the monsters.
What about you, Christopher?
So, big surprise here. My favorite game this year was Cyberpunk 2077.
For the third years in a row.
Liberty,
3rd years in a row.
Phantom Liberty, because
Yeah.
it came out this year. I don't know. I'm probably close to 1,000 hours in that game. Recently restarted, I think I mentioned, and I was just trying to get my level up to like 50, the max, to go ahead and start there into the DLC part, and then I found out I have to do like a storyline, and I'm just like fast forward.
Because you already did it.
I've done it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through it. Actually, and I'm just being an asshole to everybody with all my answers just to see what happens. I'll say runner up is the Expanse game from Telltale. I enjoyed that. And the worst thing I played, and it didn't come out this year, but it's inconsequential, is the Avengers game. It was awful. It was awful. I downloaded the Batman Gotham Family game or whatever.
Gotham Knights. That was going to be my worst.
So
did it suck?
I did. I got basically talked out of even trying it by Mason's buddy that was over. He's like, no, dude, don't. He's like a huge DC guy. Like him and his dad are super into DC.
Oh, no kidding.
And he's like, no.
You saved
don't.
That was going to be my worst game.
Save the space.
How much do you invest into it?
Not much. I got through the basic story, and I haven't touched it since. Like,
You got to
I'm a completionist because I need to finish the story.
Same.
And I said, geez, this is a slug, man. I don't need to play it back. I didn't play it back as Batgirl or Jason Todd at all. And even Robin. I just say Nightwing the whole time, I think, honestly.
Yeah. I have a clip that I wanted to play for you. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, shit. I got to let it run. Let me see if can I just refresh it? No.
Is this on Reddit?
Oh, here. Fuck. Just give me a second.
So.
God damn it. Hold on. Let me just press pause. So I've got it. Here it is. Ready?
That you think you do that cuts through so much?
I think it's just the stupid voiceovers. Yeah, and the silly words, I think.
You say words funny, right? That's a big part of it. You pronounce words. Like if I was to say a word like carrot, you'd say...
Carrot.
Yeah. Or if I said spring onion, you'd say...
Sprunion. Yeah,
I'm just curious, how would you pronounce the name of this West African country?
Niger?
All right, mate, I'd probably just say Chad, but...
Niger.
So let me continue with all right, so we have music. So the worst, and I'm just saying this because I don't like one song on it, and it should have been better. But 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne put out a collaborative album this year. I don't like one fucking song on it.
You like that less than the Flute album?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, because I at least respect the artistry of the Flute album.
Because you didn't finish listening to the Flute album.
You know what? You might be right. It might be the worst. The Flute album might be the worst. And then my best album is Travis Scott's Utopia. I will beat the drum on that until the day. It's going to take a long time for something to top that for me in 2024, I believe. But that's my thoughts on that.
I don't have a worst. I don't know what's new music. Anyway, I might hear it, but I don't know if it's new. But I do have best, which is No Promises to Keep. It's the theme song for the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Not it's like objectively, it's standard fare. It's not like anything to write home about. It's like not bad. It's not good. It's music that's composed properly.
Good music to vacuum to.
No. It's better than that.
Oh, okay.
But because of emotions it elicits,
right.
It makes it the best for me.
That's cool. Evan?
Speaking of emotions, this year I started listening to a group called Emotional Oranges.
Oh, yeah, I know them.
You know them?
R&B group, Rory's behind them.
Yeah. My sister told me about them maybe last year.
Yeah, they're good.
And I've spent the last probably 3 to 4 months listening to them almost exclusively.
Very mellow, but
very
good.
mellow. But it's like shit you can listen to anywhere. Like that has been my soundtrack for the last several months, and I'm glad I finally was able to give them a listen. They are like number 1 on my playlist right now.
Yeah, they're good.
With the honorable mention too, I still want to listen to Killer Mike's album because I heard it was great. So.
Yeah, it's good. Worst? Anything terrible that you bought this year?
I'm not a fan of Drake stuff, man. I just I hate to say it. I try. I really do try, but
Both of you say the same thing.
I'm with you.
I don't get the hype. I can't. I can't get behind.
I'm with you. He drives me nuts. What about you, Christopher?
Big surprise, Jelly Roll with Whitsitt Chapel's his new album this year.
Sure it is.
Well, it's great. Nominated for a Grammy. 2 Grammys, actually.
There it is.
So the funny thing about him, and I think about this a lot, is my man was like a rapper in Nashville for years and years, probably doing $300 features, right?
Uh-huh.
But all that music's on Spotify now. So if you put Jelly Roll on the Spotify, Lil Worm Man or whoever that paid Jelly Roll $300 10 years ago, he's getting plays now. I'm just wondering, like, what kind of effect did that have on?
Oh, the Jelly Roll effect.
Yeah, who knows?
It's a new butterfly effect.
Yeah, it's the new Joe Rogan effect.
I don't necessarily have a worst because I don't listen to things that I'm not going to sit and listen to a whole album and like on the third song, like, I don't know if I can get through this.
Right.
I'm just not going to put myself through it. And I'll be honest. I tried to listen to that Travis Scott album and I just could not get through it.
Yeah, oh my
it's just
God,
not
dude.
for me.
I've never, and it is like, it's not passive. Like, it's an active, in my opinion, it's an active experience. Like, it's meant to be sat and listened to. It's not like to put on for a bop. Like, just like I'm gonna clean the kitchen, or I'm a, you know what I mean?
Vacuum.
I got you.
or to vacuum with earphones. It's a difference because there's vacuuming with it without earphones, which is awful.
The movie to vacuum to was wild, Dante.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Great movie to vacuum.
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I say it all the time.
Having a face for radio.
Let's go to show. So for me, the best show that I watched this year is probably Righteous Gemstones. It was so good. I said on here that I'm not sure if it ended the series or the season, but I'm good with either. And the worst show that I watched is Mando season 3.
Best show I watched was Fall of the House of Usher, which came out of the show. I love that show.
Even though he has a residency in Vegas, which is bullshit.
What is that? I'm saying skip. Do you, like the higher they go, the farther they fall.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true.
That's how that goes. And the worst show of this year is unfortunately Junji Ito's animated series. I didn't get through 2 episodes on Netflix. It's rated pretty well. Maybe I should give it more of a shot. But I love his written work or his mangas and stuff. But the show just did not translate well.
So avoid chunky Cheetos at all costs.
I saw this.
You gotta get a slim.
I actually
knobby.
prefer a chunky Cheeto.
You like the big
when you come across,
one?
I'm like, oh, look at that. Well, I'm not going to let that one get past me, am I?
Oh my goodness,
Evan.
Dude, recently got back into Cheetos, which is terrible for me.
Yeah, but they are great.
They are great, aren't they?
I think that's different tiger. Tony the Tiger. They're great.
Yes, that's
Cheeto
true.
the
He's a cheetah.
Is
who has an action
the
figure? That's
cheesiest?
out.
Are they the cheesiest?
It's different. It's a young guy, but back in the day, they're old guy now. Don't they have an old guy now? He's like a
Chester
beard.
Cheeto?
Chester Cheetah.
I thought they
Not Chester Cheeto.
Chester. What is
It's
it?
not Chester Cheeto.
It's
not
Chester
Chester
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
It's Chester Cheetah.
Chester Cheeto would make so much more sense.
There's an action figure of him that just came out.
The marketing
Yes.
department
Anybody
failed on that one.
Because this is an old wise cheetah for a while. I see in commercials.
Oh, did he have a cane?
yeah.
Does he have a cane
and a
now?
cane and glasses?
Yeah.
I
No,
remember
That's
Cheetos are
Mr.
gonna do
Peanut.
these?
That's Mr. Peanut. He's got the monocle.
I gotta look this up.
Please, yeah.
Anyway, what about your best and worst?
Oh man,
shows.
worst show. I don't think.
I feel like you didn't do the worst
What?
when you were preparing your list.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm so optimistic.
The
that's my
books.
thing.
It's the books.
It's the books.
Yeah.
But for my my thing is, if it's bad, I'm not gonna finish. Like, I'm not gonna. But I will say for worst shows, because my wife puts on Tubi.
Oh God.
So take your pick.
Yeah. They're bad.
But I would. Oh, fucking! What did Marvel come out with this year? What besides Loki? It was something else. But I know I wasted my time on some Marvel.
Marvel? Secret Invasion?
Was it the
Yeah,
Marvel?
Secret Invasion.
Secret
Yes,
Invasion.
thank
That
you,
was
thank
bad.
you.
That was
I
bad.
remember having negative feelings about
That
that.
was bad.
Having negative feelings about that one.
Best show, I would say Beef on Netflix with Ali Wong and Steven Yeun, and Invincible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's been good so far.
Invincible's always going to be good, but Beef was a surprise for me, and I loved it. I actually plan on going back and watching it again.
Well, good.
Nice.
Christopher.
So my favorite two would be, I say I have a broadcast one and a streaming one. So for the broadcast one is this show called Abbott Elementary. It comes on ABC.
Love Abbott Elementary.
Fucking fantastic
Jeez,
show.
I
It's cleverly written. Cast is great. I was kind of bummed. Like in September, I'm like, why is this show? Oh, them motherfuckers on strike. So it comes back on in February.
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't know what that means.
I got to catch up now. So, but it's good. That's a great show.
And for streaming, I got introduced to this when Sam was here and we started talking about football. And I watched Ted Lasso, and it was fucking fantastic. If you have not watched that show, it's easy to get a trial of Apple streaming, and like you can. I mean, we knocked it out like every night for a while. Just I think it's 4 seasons, probably 40 episodes.
Ted Lasso.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Do you know the premise?
No.
So it's Jason Sudeikis. I don't know if you know.
I know who Jason Sudeikis is.
He is a mid-America like high school football coach, and he ends up being they hire him to coach a UK pro soccer team, like a high-level team. And chaos just ensues.
Really? It's like Coach Carter at all?
No. No, I don't think so.
Damn.
There's a vindictive woman in it that ends up not being. And,
just one?
yeah. So, well, the plot is based around there. I will say that I actually have written down Secret Invasion as my worst.
Nice.
Because I did watch the whole thing because I thought, all right, this last episode is going to redeem this.
No,
and it
didn't.
sure as shit didn't.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
Why are you kissing this lizard lady, bro? But I guess she could be anybody.
They have the
anybody.
most overpowered hero now.
Right.
And it just defeats every purpose that Marvel has going forward.
It was bad. And like, listen, I know Samuel L. Jackson doesn't say no to a lot. He works a lot. And he says that. He's like, look, I work. You go offer me money, I'm going to do it. He could have said, man, this is bad.
This one I'm going to pass on.
Yeah.
Imagine being the one thing that he fucking passed on.
Right.
Moving on to movie of the year.
Oh, I definitely got a negative for this one.
So my best movie is Tetris. It's the best movie I've seen all year. And the worst movie I saw all year was Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, or whatever that was.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I can second the worst nomination. Because I'll just go ahead and say that's what I did too, and with no hesitation, none whatsoever. Didn't even really have to think about it.
Yeah.
You didn't like metal pieces flying around and shit? And Monkey Man?
Monkey Man. Joey?
My favorite is Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Into,
around, near. It's preposition Spider-Verse.
But like, even though it was only half a movie, but whatever.
Right.
It's great. Loved it.
Great.
Worst movie I watched is fucking The Flash.
Damn.
I forgot about
That was awful.
God damn.
That was fucking awful.
That's a good one.
I forgot
I mean, it's
about
bad.
that.
That's a good bad one.
That's a good one. That's a good bad one. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
I'll stick
I
with mine.
didn't watch Transformers. I'm going to because I like to watch metals flying around.
I'll stick with mine though.
What you
that was
got?
a good one though. My best was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Nice.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah, it is. It really is a great movie. Anything based around Miles Morales.
And that's something.
And Miles Morales was a white girl, right?
Well, if he learned from Jonathan Majors, he better
Wow.
I mean, she was the drama. She was the problem for him.
Worse for me was Blue Beetle.
Do you think that Jonathan Majors is Marvel Universe?
Bro, that's not cool. That's not cool, bro. Bro.
I'm going to cut it out.
You better Dave Coulier the fuck out of that. Oh my God.
Oh, you know it's good when you gotta edit.
I'm gonna say no. I don't know what you think.
We hardly ever have to edit the show, but it's always great.
Yeah.
The joke is that he always dresses like a civil rights hero.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, continue.
Damn. Worse is Blue Beetle.
Oh,
And
God, that shit was trash.
And I watched it in Alabama on my laptop streaming, and it was terrible. I felt trapped in my room. It was horrible.
You didn't just slam your laptop?
No,
shut?
I gotta finish it.
I might change mine from Transformers to Blue Beetle.
Is that
But
bad?
they're neck and neck.
Okay.
I saw all three of those movies: Blue Beetle, Transformers, and Flash.
I'm
and
sorry for you.
It was neck and neck for Blue Beetle and Flash.
Yeah.
But Blue Beetle edged it out because at least I could.
I forgot about the
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah, Blue Beetle's rough.
It does. The Flash doesn't resonate to me as just being the same way Transformers.
Flash isn't a real movie. I kind of feels like it's not a. It was
like a fever
that way.
It was like a fever dream that I've lost myself.
That guy didn't get canceled?
No,
No.
They tried.
How
he didn't do any press. They didn't. They wrote him off completely.
He shut the fuck up.
Yep.
He just got out of the way.
Well, hang on. When did
he kept getting into trouble.
When did the strike happen?
But he didn't say anything to the press.
Right. But when did the strike happen? Because they weren't allowed to talk about anything.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. That was probably something that helped, but I know they took him out of all the real promotional stuff too.
That was the real reason for the actor strike is so that dude would not get involved.
Yeah.
It was a secret behind it.
And you said best movie? Miles Morales.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So I've already stated the fact that the Transformers: Rise of the Beast was the worst movie.
You haven't changed your mind yet,
and
despite the other.
That's nominees? The one. No, that's the one.
Nominees.
That's the one that I saw. That I'm sure there's worse movies out there. But guys, in a year where I had John Wick 4, I had Fast 10. My favorite film,
and that should have been on my list. Fast 10.
My favorite film was Spider-Verse.
There you go.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
You still didn't watch it, right?
Mm-mm. Wow, really? Fan-fucking-tastic. And dude,
he doesn't want a black Spider-Man.
If it started Andrew Garfield,
he's about to source material, and Spider-Man is a white guy.
I feel like Spider-Man's overrated.
I'm down to watch it when I can. When I'm just not a big cartoon guy anymore. Like I have a hard time connecting to it.
I bet.
So
is it the colors?
It's a representation thing. No.
So I will say that the last scene, not to spoil it for Bobby that's never going to watch it, but when you see Miles
dude
with his hair
my God.
I'm like, bro, let's go get it,
yes. Bro. I couldn't wait. I can't wait for the next
mad.
one. I cannot wait.
Dude, I was so fucking pissed.
That.
I did not know it was a fucking half of a cliffhanger movie. I refuse to watch cliffhanger stuff normally. I didn't know that,
and I was like, holy shit, this is about to end.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, how long is this movie? 5 hours?
I felt the same way at the end of Fast 10 because this ends on a cliffhanger.
You like that?
Bro, I know exactly what that shit is.
He loves it.
I
lives and
love
breathes
that shit. I go by myself to the theater to see
I
that
watch
shit.
the Fast movies for penance now. Just for penance because I feel like I did something wrong.
Listen. They put Ludacris
in
Tyrese in a Fiero in outer space.
How many rappers have been to space?
Well, is Tyrese a rapper?
Ice-T.
Oh, in movies.
Yeah, Ludacris.
Ludacris in space. Ice Cube, I'm sure at some point in time was in something.
Yeah, Ice Cube's son.
Did Triple X do space? Like, because when Triple X was...
I don't know. I never watched
Let's say he did. Like, fine. Let's throw Ice Cube in there, too.
No, but he was in something else. That was like...
crazy.
I think he was in deep water.
By proxy, his son was in space.
Yeah, his son was in space.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Crazy world we live in. Are we on to the next? The next one is purchase of the year.
Yeah.
So mine is kind of a cheat. My worst purchase of the year is anything Super 7. That's my worst purchase of the year.
All of it.
It all sucks.
I don't know that
It all fucking sucks.
It's sad you bought more than one, though.
Super 7. Is that like the electric bikes?
Yeah. And they're like Silverhawks. I bought some this year. Some Disney stuff. I bought some this year.
For some the worst purchase, you bought a lot of it.
Yeah,
bro.
I did. And I'm. It does what I want it to do. But it is not a good thing. It's like the inverse of it's a bad movie, but I enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the best purchase I really made this year, and if it's a cheat, let me know and I'll switch it. But it's that fucking couch.
No doubt.
It's that fucking couch because ever since I bought that couch, my family has come back into that room, sitting together, hanging out together, like drawing on it, like watching movies on it and shit.
Definitely
like
worth it.
It's changed the dynamics of my household almost overnight.
Wow.
So that's definitely the best purchase I made this year. Joey?
I wasn't going to put house reno in there, but that might
top it.
But I don't know if it's a purchase.
It is. Just spend money on it.
No, I'll just say the Claymore statue. Usually now it's almost like 1 or 2 statues that come in a year for me.
That Wonder Woman statue would have been my fallback.
I was thinking that, yeah. But yeah, so for me, it's the same, like the kitchen bathroom reno as like a functional thing, but like actual just item purchase would be the Claymore statue. And the worst thing was I bought a Bryson machine Commander deck, Magic cards.
Okay.
Because I had a friend over and we just went to buy a pre-made deck to play with. But I was like, it was like $60. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of money, but it's also a lot of money at the same time. Also, depending on who you are, it's a lot of money to just throw it on something I use for like literally maybe an hour, and it's still sitting on my table. I'm just like, I'm mad at the company,
right?
The direction of the company. So like, I just look at that shit, and it just it feels dirty.
Yeah. Evan?
I don't. So as far as worst purchases, the funny thing is I return shit a lot. So
it still counts.
Yeah, right? I know.
If
I might wear it once. But tuck the tags in, you're good.
Yeah. I did that once this year.
Yeah, dude.
I did it once this year. It was the coat from my Halloween costume. I tucked the tags in, and I sent that motherfucker right back. It was like an $80 coat. I'm never gonna wear it again.
My wife just texted me. She's like, "Do you like me in this top?" Like she wore a shirt yesterday. She's like, I know, right? She's like, "Do you like this, or do you want me to return it?" She does. I'm like,
you say I like it better without.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. But so I return a lot of stuff. So worst purchases kind of for me, it's difficult. It has to be something I have to see every day. It would probably be a pair of shoes, honestly, that I bought on a whim and they didn't fit well. And by the time I realized I didn't like them and they didn't fit well, the whole return window had closed. So it kind of sucks. So I give a lot of stuff to Goodwill too. So I just go ahead and
that's why
they literally got a few pairs of shoes in the box, never worn.
I mean, that's why you find the good shit. I didn't say earlier this year, not long ago, a couple months ago, Krista was like, she goes to thrift store. We used to go, I don't go anymore, but she used to go just look around, buy stuff. She bought a mug, a metal mug that's an Elder Scrolls, which is Skyrim video game.
I'm familiar.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I was like, this is interesting. Like, this is an official product, I think. I don't think I've seen this before. I looked it up. She bought it for like $5 or some shit like that. It's like a $200 collectible item.
Wow.
On
Holy
eBay.
Shit.
Some woman bought a $4 vase the other day and it like went an auction for like $250,000 or some shit. It was some designer vase.
This is an Antique Roadshow is what that's called, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
go to
it
the
is.
thrift store, like, because I'm somebody who gives away just random stuff. And they say, "Do you want a receipt?" I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my best
People has
purchase
found like
is just
fucking
plant.
$100,000
I can give a name.
cards on there.
All right, give us the name of the plant.
I can give to, you'll like the second name. The first one is the philodendron.
Shit, you're gonna see some.
Florida Beauty. I got a Florida Beauty I bought a few weeks ago.
No, you guys are gonna have a
$75.
conversation when you come over.
It's amazing. Like,
Where's this trading happening? Is there a marketplace underground?
dude, I'm in a couple Facebook.
Yeah.
Of course
You're
you
in
are.
the area
You
now.
can join if you
I don't know
want.
if you've heard.
Oh, I'm good.
But there's a really good plant store in Frederick called Roots.
I know. Take
You know
root.
it, you
Take
know
root. Yep. I'm on the Instagram. I was gonna stop by there.
That's where she got the. That's where she got the boot cactus from.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
a
stop by on
nice
my way
plant
ba-
store.
my
I'm
way
not
home.
that into plants, but when I went in there, I could tell it was a nice plant store.
Coming soon to the DMH network.
Yeah, really.
It's plant talk.
The
Y'all gotta
other
lower your
plant I
voices
got,
though.
Yeah.
It's called the philodendron white princess. I swear to you. And so it's got.
I don't know if
I
that's
hear this shit all the
Dude,
time. By the way,
So it's a beautiful plant. It's got pink and white variegation. It's just nice. It
oh
grows
yeah,
big.
the variegation is the
that
patterns.
veins?
It's the patterns on the leaves.
Yeah.
I know this shit
Yep.
now because I hear it.
I guess
Like-
that's what it was.
But
It
Krista,
does
I don't
sound
know
like
if her-
it does sound like a beautiful plant. You
It
know.
does. It sounds beautiful.
I mean, they're wild names like Silver Sword.
I think plants
There's,
are better seen than
Dark
heard.
Lord.
Yeah, and
she's looking for a Dark
I got
Lord.
a white knight, a white wizard.
Hey,
which is
a white
wild,
knight, a white
which is
wizard, and a white
wild.
princess. Did they all go together?
Yo, I almost didn't buy it.
It's
but I
like
love
the
plant.
equivalent of Dr. Umar watching white porn.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, that white princess is the closest thing a white woman's coming to my house, so it's fine. it's all good. But those are my
Well, one. I'm sure.
right.
Hold on.
I'm gonna cut that.
Hold on. Well, let me add to it. Let me add to it. Why? Is it tax season?
Patreon exclusive.
Well, come
that
on.
was
Let's
good.
pay for that PS5.
Fuck.
And then I was gonna offer it up to to you, Christopher, for best and worst purchase.
Oh, so worst purchase, I'm going to say this fucking car I had to buy. Just because I had to buy
yeah.
it. And you know, I actually drove it more than just over here. I had to take
Nice.
my daughter to the dentist this morning, so I drove it to the dentist.
3 times
today.
in the last month.
And that's
Nice.
it. Yeah. I've just got 400 miles on it. I had to pay
Hey,
it.
you're gonna keep that car forever because you drive it so little.
I know.
What was your best? What was the best purchase?
Oh, I didn't get that far yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Oh, you were lined up with the worst.
I have 3 things. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
It's his tank, but I didn't
That's
buy it
good.
this year. But it came in. It's fucking fantastic. I left it sitting on the table and would just giggle when I walk by. It was
Yeah.
just so. It had such an awesome presence.
It's good.
Giggle like Chris Mall.
Hey
that
Chris,
dude's laugh is fucking awesome. I'm gonna make that shit a button.
I was gonna say,
It's gotta
Chris,
be,
we
it's
need
gotta
a
be.
good undo.
It sounds almost
may be
painful.
on. He may be on. Wasn't he on a show or two?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, he was on
Ricky, get to work.
a great Patreon episode where he talked about he told the Magic Man story.
Oh gosh. There was a company named Power Town Wrestling
Oh, of course.
that did
Pound Town. Yeah.
Yeah,
they did wrestling figures. Really, people never had decent figures before. Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen were the highlights for me. It's fucking fantastic. I mean, they're not super articulated, but that's not the point. But they're similar to like a Super 7 articulation. But the sculpts are great. The accessories are fantastic. They just announced the Wave too, so I'm pretty excited.
Nice.
And the third thing is me getting on this fucking drug this year.
Yeah.
Manjaro, I've dropped 60 pounds down, give or take. So
What drug?
Manjaro.
Okay.
You don't like the laser?
I tried crack, but
It works.
I still have,
I know.
I still have to work though.
We'll go to Columbia soon.
You didn't like a laser?
So it's funny. I haven't even opened it yet.
Oh.
There's a crate in my garage, and I've reorganized the garage, but my laser tech had neck surgery, so we're kind of down on that right now.
I had a couple honorable mentions I wanted to mention also for movies. Super Mario Brothers, Oppenheimer, and I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I figured you'd pick Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer's my number 2.
Totally forgot about that Whitney Houston movie.
That shit was good.
Totally forgot about it.
And then for shows, Shrinking, I loved. That came out this year also.
I was 3 and out on that one, man. I just couldn't get into it.
But you're in the minority there. That's a very celebrated.
That's fine.
You know,
Loki was a close second for me.
yeah, I haven't seen it.
That was real good too.
And then I was gonna say real quick just around best rapper actors because we said
Best rapper actor.
Easy.
Easy?
Will Smith.
I was gonna say Will Smith.
You know what?
That's
But Will Smith ain't got a cuss on his rap to sell record.
That's right.
Yeah, but he's up there.
Yeah. He's up there.
That's kind of a.
He might be the most.
You're not gonna
highest
Most
profile.
successful financially.
Yes, he's the most successful.
Absolutely.
I might put Mos Def in that category.
Really?
Not success.
Oh, you know what? I like that.
But
I
he's
like
a
that
good ass
yeah.
actor.
So I'm gonna go with the cast of The Choices 2 by the 3-6 Mafia movie because there's some real bangers on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
No, legit. I mean, if it's let's say it's not Will Smith. Because Will Smith is an actor who raps. Let's be honest.
Now.
Was there really another plan though?
Well,
did he think he was going to be?
Well, I want him to do songs about all of the movies that he's in. You know what I mean?
I want him to do songs
He did
about
Men in
his.
Black and Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want
He wanted to keep going with
football players getting hit in the head. Like I want to hear
what about the
human soul only weighs 7 grams. Or what was the one they live in the airport? Let's make a rap about that sad ass movie where him and his kid live in the
sad
airport.
movies, man.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
Deadbeat dad looking for a job.
What about worst rap actor?
Where to begin? I don't know.
Flavor Flav.
I'll stay with the Choices 2 cast. No, the worst.
DMX.
Master P.
Yeah, that's good.
Damn.
So I agree with you, except for Belly.
Vanilla Ice.
Well,
He's
he's
great
great
in
in
Belly.
Belly.
Zero
'Cause he was
with
just
his
him.
hero.
Yes.
Vanilla Ice.
I might go with Nas.
Hey, what's
he
he
been
in?
Belly.
Yeah, see,
Also,
but
same
see,
movie.
that's-
Same
I
movie.
don't know if that counts because that's all he's done, right? Because he's a rapper in a movie by a rap director starring only rappers.
Yes.
I don't know. That actually
he's the
is in a
worst
vacuum.
in it.
Okay.
Which is bad. You should be good at this. This is the one thing you should have been able to do.
I don't know, man.
Hello, Cool J.
Hold on.
Well,
I don't.
he's prolific.
I don't know,
Licks his lips a
man.
lot.
I've been reading this book.
Oh yeah.
That's a Nas line from Belly. Man, fuck a book.
Somebody wrote that shit.
You better
down.
get out and get this money. Your daughter can't eat no books.
Is that the only thing he's ever acted in?
I think so.
Really? Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
He might have been in some other
Fuck a book is awesome.
rapper.
Man, he's mad. Man, fuck a book. It's so great. That's how I felt this year. Only read X-Men Volume 2. All right, and we had 2 questions. If you want to send questions in,
You can email us at nerdrageradiomail@gmail.com.
and the questions are one from Paul C.
Yo.
Looking back on 2023, what is something you saw or experienced that legit took you by surprise? Something that a Midwesterner would say is not in your 2023 bingo card. This can be about anything, positive or negative. It can be something that you saw, accomplished, or experienced.
Oh, I've got it. Good one.
Go, shoot.
CM Punk debuting in 2 different fucking wrestling
Man, that shit
promotions. So he gets basically suspended from AEW for having a fight backstage. He comes back. They basically give him his own show away from the people he doesn't like. And in that process, he ends up getting in a fight with like a 22-year-old guy in London, has a banger of a match with Samoa Joe, and then gets fired.
With cause.
Because they had a fight backstage in front of the owner, and he felt danger on his life.
He feared for his life.
And then he shows up at fucking WWE at Survivor Series, and that was like a Hell Freezes Over moment. Mm-hmm. They actually have a shirt you can buy that says Hell Freezes Over.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. They said his return wrestling date on TV will be 10 years to the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a documentary and a movie.
I'm just saying, Dark Side of the Ring in 20 years is going to be wild as fuck. They got plenty to talk about because all that shit will be over. But that's mine.
Anybody got anything else?
One Piece live action being decent.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Anything, Evan?
Everything was Sexy Red, man. I cannot get down with that chick, man. Like, she just looks like she stinks. But what do you say? Like,
of course, her classic wordsmith. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
Yes, her popularity is something that I just can't believe.
And then she had a sex tape leak.
Oh, sure.
Well, not a tape, but like a.
Well, is it true that her pussy
recording.
pink and her booty hole brown?
So that was my first question as well.
I didn't see it. I
didn't see it either.
Oh, yeah,
she's obnoxious though.
She really is. I just can't stand her. But that's my
Ice Spice and Taylor Swift becoming like a duo is a shocking. Like I wouldn't have.
That is weird.
Yeah, if you were like, hey, Taylor Swift, arguably the biggest recording artist in the world right now,
sure,
is going to partner up with a drill rapper.
Yeah, it's very odd, and I don't know what Taylor Swift gets out of that. Maybe they're both signed to Universal, and they're like, "Hey, Taylor, you need to do us a favor."
Yeah, but there's a lot of people signed to Universal. It just seems like there's other.
Maybe they have a.
But Ice Spice is big into. She had a huge year, to be honest. But like, I also have like some kid stuff that it sounds like I hate like bragging on my kids, it's just like it's so disgusting. But like, but I like talking about how they're doofs and fucking up and all that. That's fun, But like Jaina getting a fucking scholarship 2 months into her high school career,
awesome.
It's like amazing. Didn't see that coming. Awesome. And Selena going into her, she played 3 seasons of softball total now, but going into her second season in spring of this year, and like them wanting her on travel. Mm-hmm. Because she's become like so good, that's because you show up in a Mary sweatshirt and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get them deep. It's $2,000 a week to play on this travel team." And we're keeping her on rec, but it was like I didn't expect her to be as good as she is.
And that term should fall into the vernacular. I'm keeping her on rec. I don't know what it would mean, but
I've heard people say like I'm gonna put him on silent mode. I love that. And then our last question for the new year is Toon Turmoil. Hey, Nerd Ragers. Hope that you had a Christmas holiday period. Had a good one.
And who are we talking to?
We are talking to Luke.
What up, Luke?
And he says, much love to you guys and doing what you do, and good luck in the new year. Question for the crew regarding music. I know you're all recently talked about scenes from films that make you angry or evoke emotion. Is there a specific artist or band that you just can't listen to anymore that you once loved?
Once loved. That's a hard one.
Oh, I've got.
He said, mine is Tool. Seen them live multiple times. I have all the albums, B-sides, the merch, a proper keno. Then following a pretty miserable experience with somebody, I just can't listen to them anymore without getting upset, down, or angry, to the point where I haven't touched any of their stuff in like 10 years.
That sucks. Someone ruined some shit for you.
Take care, lads. Cheers. P.S. Joey, I'm flying across the pond to Vegas in March with a big crew of the guys to celebrate a friend of ours surviving a pretty gnarly accident. What's the one restaurant that you'd recommend that so we can get it booked up?
Fuck. I don't remember the name. I have to get back to you on that, because there was a place we wanted to go, but like you actually have to book in advance. Like it's a buffet, but one of the bigger.
Post it on your stories or something.
Yeah.
Music that I can't listen to anymore. Like I don't think so.
I can't, like, if it comes on, it's fine, but like I love this band with like my whole heart.
I'm gonna guess
Linkin Park.
Yes, that's what I was guessing.
Just like I've listened to those 2 albums just so much that and I do have memories tied to that from my previous life that you guys don't really know about. Like a lot of stuff with that is tied to it. There's a couple other songs. Stained.
It's been a while.
I'm on the outside.
Oh, I'm on the outside. Great.
Yeah, I have memories tied to that I don't like to bring up. That was
Stained songs. I like that though. They're usually bitter.
They are, but yeah, there's stuff tied to that. That's I don't ever want to listen to it. I go out of my way. That particular song, especially if it's the live version with Fred Durst, like ad-libbing.
Real motherfucking deal, y'all.
Yeah,
that one.
Anybody else?
The only thing I can think of that I would listen to and not anymore is Metallica. I still like the old stuff, and I still, if it's on, I'm not gonna turn it off. I don't. It's like kind of tainted.
Because of the new stuff. I get that.
Not just because of new stuff, because them as people is different. It's like me listening to them in the 90s, right?
Not being able to separate the art and the artist kind of
yeah, it's like this. Like if I'm listening to music from the 80s and 90s from them, like I would have like and who they were then. They're very different people now, which is fair. People grow and change, but like they're so different that I have a hard time separating them.
Right.
It's just like, again, if it was dirty to me, it's like, you were this, and now you're this. I can't fucking listen to this bullshit.
That's fair.
That's kind of how I feel with R. Kelly, honestly. I had to delete a bunch of his music out of my phone only because, like, it's hard to, like you said, separate the art from the artist because when that artist may have been writing songs about...
Yeah, that's the thing. It kind of like...
Little girls.
Tonight with Biggie is like I always like that song, Sex is Sweaty and Leftover Spaghetti, but now I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Anything with like really problematic lyrics or it evokes that kind of weird emotion, I got it.
Pretty much everything he does.
I know.
What about Biggie's don't you know my man gutter fucking kidnap kids?
Fuck them in their ass.
Fuck them in their ass, throw them over the bridge.
That's how it is.
I'm like, yeah, so that for me that's it. And honestly, I haven't listened to Chris Brown since he beat up Rihanna, so and I will change the radio
that's
station.
just young love, man.
Yeah, hey, man. I get it. Hey, look, if that had been a... no. I did.
That guy got a pass. I don't understand how that guy got a pass.
He can dance.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy to me. Of all the...
He did get a pass, which is
it's all
weird.
Of all the bad things that's happened and all the people that's been canceled, like...
He keeps coming back. And it's because his music.
I don't think he even left.
Because the caliber...
People never left.
People didn't give a fuck.
Because the caliber of talent.
And that's a shame because he hasn't like improved as a person since then.
He's a shit person.
Yes. There's a crest of the hill that once you cross the crest, it doesn't matter.
We talk
it
about
matters if you piss on a 14-year-old. Like
so he's not on the other side of that crest when that happened.
It's that line.
And that shit happened when fucking Ignition came out. You wouldn't have heard a fucking peep about it because he'd have been on the crest of that hill. It's like Chappelle. Chappelle said whatever the fuck he wanted to say. People just say, "Fuck, what are you gonna do?" He's too talented.
Yeah,
but, I mean, that's
Kanye. Kanye is saying crazy shit right now.
He's
wild,
but he's not doing crazy. He's not. He didn't punch no one in the face, though.
No,
it would be different if he gave Kim Kardashian two black guys. I don't think it would be the same.
Maybe, but
two black guys.
He probably did give her two black guys, but didn't give her two black eyes.
But Joey, like saying the things that he's saying have. I mean, he is black booked, and they still can't fucking stop
because
him.
he got so much.
He's got an audience. And
because he's over the peak.
He's over that peak.
Well, it's the audience, right?
Wait till I get my money right. He told us what he was going to do.
Exactly.
It's about what people support at the end of the day. Like whatever shit person is a shithead, and you look at them and you shake your head at them. It's really the fucking audience's fault. Whoever supported them, giving them money, like blame those people more than the monster.
I'm not letting go of Red by Chris Brown. I'm sorry. I'm not going to it.
I can't listen to anything. Well, just be that, and that's been me since was that 2008 or something like that.
It's wild. He can just fucking sock a bitch in the face and get away with it.
I
can separate it.
Shit person, man.
It's just like fucking Mel Gibson. Like he said shit that I find entirely disgusting.
Well, like saying that's to me that's a.
I know
big
to you
line.
It does. To me it doesn't.
The talking and the doing.
It depends. To me, the things that Mel Gibson said are worse than punching a person in the face.
But you can talk all crazy you want, though. Like if he actually went out and did some shit like that's related to what he's saying is a whole other story.
Yes, that's another story. But I'm saying the act of punching somebody in the face to me is not as bad as the shit that he said.
Well, the bad part about it is, Bobby, what he said is protected. It's freedom of speech. There's not freedom to punch a bitch.
Yeah.
Or maybe there is.
Well,
We got to look into that.
Depends on the country, but that depends. Okay, but that's a different conversation.
Hey, stars and stripes don't blame, buddy.
Yeah, but that's a different conversation, and I would agree with you under the confines of that conversation. But in terms of like what I think is a worse thing, like a punch in the face, like I
mean, it's also a connotation behind it that it's okay to beat up women.
Well, nobody said that.
I mean, no, for him to get away with it and get away with it is, and also him as a person, he's fine with doing that.
But she never pressed charges.
Right, but we're talking about court of public opinion right now.
Right. Well, he caught a pretty big L for a while.
Until that music,
until the next album came out.
That's the problem. I don't think he ever really left, like you said. He was like kind of
because the talent is too high.
Well, didn't he do that operating song at too high of a caliber? Where Busta just loses his mind on that verse.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Things overshadow the act, and it's unfortunate. But for me, I just can't.
Yeah,
like everybody else can let him.
There's a line somewhere. It's like the hot to crazy fucking graph for women.
Yeah.
It's just like a talent to atrocity line for.
Hey, listen, we're talking about practice. That exact parameter. Like,
and I'll be honest with you, that Chris Brown Rihanna thing, I think that's a lot more complicated than heroes.
It absolutely
and
positively
villains.
is. And I wouldn't doubt that Diddy's involved in it somehow. I mean, seriously.
Absolutely.
He might have talked somebody into or out of something.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, I'm not sure how we. Oh, from this question. This question.
I don't even know what the question is anymore.
I'm not sure if I've ever answered it.
Music. Yeah. I don't listen anymore.
So one song fucks with me. It's Monica's Maybe That's Just Why I Love You So Much. It's because that fucking bitch I talked about, that Eskimo fishing bitch, cheated on me, and she used to listen to that song all the time, and she was like, makes me think of you. And so but recently, I would say in the last 3 years, I can listen to it again. There's other songs that I have in my repertoire that I sneer at sometimes, or I kind of look sideways at. Sometimes I'm actually, one of the worst things that can happen to me with music is if I really like something, and because I think it's something great, right? Not like I like something because it's a bop, like, which I like plenty of. I love the Quavo Turn Your Click Up song. I fucking love it, but it's just a bop. There's nothing special about it. It's just a good song to have on in your headphones while you're vacuuming. Right. But if I think something's truly special, right, like Utopia, for instance, like Twisted Dark Secret Fantasy, like if I think something is breaking the mold and doing something really forward, I hate when I share it with someone and they like it, but you can tell they don't appreciate it. Does that make sense?
I had that exact thing happen to me today. Mason was he's like, hey, have you ever heard this song? And he started playing it. He was playing it on his phone. And my mind wandered away. I'll just be honest. He's like, are you not listening? I'm like, dude, I'll be honest with you. Listen to it. Send it to me and let me listen to it with my headphones in, or listen to the car or something. Because I know there's a lot of audio there that I'm just not picking up.
Like
I felt really shitty about it, to be honest.
Take a Tool record, for instance, right? Super sophisticated music, right? But love them, hate them, doesn't matter. I like Tool, but I don't love every Tool song by any stretch of the imagination. But it's sophisticated music. It's thinking music, right? If let's say I had somebody over here as a guest that had never heard of them, right? And then I was playing it, and they were like, "What is this? I like this." I was like, "Oh, dude, it's fucking Tool, and it's smart stuff." And let me introduce you to it. And I introduced them to it, and then I see them like on their stories, like with like Tool in the background while they're like playing video games. Like I feel a way about that shit. Because like you're not appreciating it, you're turning it into a sideshow act, and not all music is intended for that in my mind. Now you can't tell anybody how to live their life and all that shit. I get that. I'm just saying from my new couch, I get irritated.
I mean, people. I mean, that's a common thing, especially when you love something. I think at the bottom of it, when like gatekeepers, when nerds are like, "You're not a real fan because you don't know this, that, or the other." It's
right.
Like, well, no, they are a fan too. They're just not the same level of fan you are.
Right.
They do like it. They just don't love it like you.
Yeah.
They might not understand as much as you do, but they still like it.
Yeah.
But you're not okay with that because like
I'm not okay with it
because it's too personal for you.
Yeah. Yep. And I'll tell you, like, real quick, by the time that this comes out, that bonus music episode will have come out that I was talking about. but I've been entrenching myself in that recently to prepare for this, and like some of it's really hard. Like some of those people are dead. Some of those people are locked up for life. Like, you know, some of those people are paralyzed. Some of those people have, like, there's all sorts of tragedy
attached
like,
to the music,
attached to it, and like, and listening to it, I'm like, it's hard. It's like I'm having some rough moments with it.
I understand. That makes sense.
So, with that, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed
Year,
our best
everyone.
of last week.
Yeah,
It's
fucking funny.
Vacuum that we live in.
And we're happy that Zach
While you're vacuuming.
Yeah, that's
we're
right.
happy that Zach is still around with us.
He is. He's hanging on. Let's see 2024.
And Evan, thank you for coming out. Hope to see more of you this year.
Oh, you will. At least
February.
At least in February. Definitely
February and June. Yeah, I know.
Definite.
I know. And with that,
Flappy labias.
Emotional orgasms.
Tasty taint.
tight dick player.